Yo, yo. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. We will find out in a few minutes. My back hurting, y'all. Yeah, I'm back hurting. Gotta get ready to go to work. But since I don't have a wife, my back hurt. I gotta still cook these groceries though. I gotta cook. So I'll prepare my lunch while I'm on this live with y'all today. I'm gonna add some pictures and all that kind of stuff. I got all that. It's not my normal power pack, but it's decent. It's decent. So today's topic, what we're gonna talk about is I remember my man Jerome got a lot of flack. Jerome got a lot of flack when we was on the Coach Hayes show. We was on the Coach Hayes show, and Jerome was like, Coach Prime is not a real X's and O's coach. He's like a CEO coach. And the crazy thing about it, if y'all play that NCAA, they have different kind of coaches on there. They got recruiter coaches like Fran Brown. They got technical coaches, kind of like a Lane Kiffin or Lincoln Riley. Both of those guys are technical kind of guys. Even Nick Saban, he falls up under that because he's like a defense guru. And Kirby Smart, defense guru. Lane Kiffin and Lincoln Riley, they like offense gurus. So they like technicians. Then you got like CEO coaches. And Coach Prime falls into that. I'm trying to think of some other people that would fall into that. I can't think of them right now. But you have CEO coaches. So for when Jerome said this, everybody made it seem like, oh, we just doing like Prime wrong or whatever. But it's actually a real thing if you pay attention. If you got your feelings, it's a real thing. That's why they have it on the game. But what we want to talk about today is because they got Coach Prime looking crazy out here in these streets, making little memes and stuff. But what I want to talk about, how much does this game really matter? Because it's not a conference game, but it is a rivalry game. And if we lose this game, we will go under 500, right? Both of these teams are coming into this game 1-1. Both Colorado teams coming to this game 1-1. So whoever loses this game, you lose a rival game and you fall up under 500. Now, to be fair, both teams played against programs that had better athletes in them. Both teams. So I don't know how much credit you get for that. If you play against a team that's better than you and you end up losing to them, I don't know if you get any credit. But if we're going to talk it, we got to talk it. Both teams lost to teams that were, on paper, supposed to be better teams. Like, even though I feel like Colorado has the more explosive athletes on our team, Nebraska has like guys that like Nebraska, even though they've been losing, they still have a tradition. Colorado was winning back in the day and they lost their tradition. I don't know how Nebraska didn't lose their tradition, but like how Nebraska, they still have sellout games. All right, y'all, I'm back. And it's raining over here, y'all, so y'all got to bear with me. Y'all know how my live been acting crazy. But those last two games that they actually had some real kind of attention. Trucker 7-3. Hey, what's good? What's good? Frederick. So my question to y'all is, if Coach Prime loses this game, because people are saying Coach Norvell is going to outcoach Coach Prime. Do y'all feel like do y'all feel like Coach Prime can get outcoached by Norvell. Do y'all feel like that? Now, one thing I saw that wasn't too good. The lineup is the same. No change to the lineup. We saw the lineup. The lineup came out the other day. I didn't even know this was a thing. They showed the lineup. So the lineup came out yesterday or early this morning, and the lineup is still the same since last week. No changes. That right there bothers me. Because you got and look, we on the outside looking in, so maybe we ain't seeing something that they seeing at practice. But when you got YouTube guys, what's up, Ron?
What it do? What it do? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, y'all. You sound real good, loud and clear. You crispy.
So, what's
So,
going on? That background killing.
hey, yeah, I got to set up, dog. Shedeur over here hanging out with me. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur, he doing a podcast with me.
What?
You see what Shedeur said last night? They were trying to run with it since something about the rookie. It was rookie mistake or something like that. And so
Yeah.
I don't know if he was referring to the guy who ran the wrong route or something, or was he saying his like he made a mistake, like I made a rookie mistake.
Yeah. I figured it from the jump. Like he was talking about himself. Like he was like, that's a rookie quarterback mistake. Like that's a throw that somebody with no experience at the quarterback position would make. So that's what he was saying. He wasn't talking about Dre Line. Like, regardless of the route Dre Line ran, he shouldn't have threw that ball no matter what. So he was talking about himself.
You can't throw a ball late outside. You can't.
Yeah.
Ain't what you want.
Yeah.
But so the question at hand right now is, if Coach Prime loses this game, will Jake? Is his name Jake Norvell?
Jay Norvell.
Jay Norvell.
Yeah.
All right. Will we consider that as he's out? Because they say he out coached Coach Prime last year. He just couldn't get the win.
Yeah.
I don't really see where he out coached him. I feel like he had a better defensive end. His defensive end was a monster.
Yeah, people in college football specifically, man, especially if you struggle with the run game, a D line can control the whole game. We just seen it last week with Nebraska. If you got one dog, especially if you got two dogs on your D line, they could destroy the whole game. So yeah, old boy got drafted. That was killing everybody. Couldn't nobody block him. And I really think that that's one of the main reasons why they was in the game. And them crossing routes, like we had nothing for them crossing routes, man. They was killing us all night.
And see, and it's funny, dog. Like I say, y'all, if y'all, I sound like a salesman, but if y'all have time, play a dynasty with that college football. When because I do a lot of blitzing and stuff, right? So I do a lot of man-to-man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I heard the game say something like this right here. It was like, yeah, how you get around these man-to-man is you run crossing routes.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, the game is saying this. We know this. We got 100 years of NFL experience over there. We know it. They have to know it.
Yeah. No, they know for sure.
So why do we continue? Are we just being stubborn? Like Michael Jordan? Like this is what they say about a lot of like high-end, like caliber kind of players. They're gonna keep doing it until it works because they know I did it, you're gonna do it.
Yeah. No, that's what it seems like, man, to me personally, because ain't no way. Like I said, even with so many different things, like the fans see it, everybody see it. We calling for it. And but till now they haven't made any adjustments. Now I'm hoping that this week we see several adjustments, man, with the play calling and the scheming. And everybody got on me when I was on Coach Hayes talking about Prime and his X's and O's. It was not. It wasn't a shot at Prime. Yeah, it wasn't really a shot at Prime, but at the same time, like that's not what he does, man. Like that's not his MO. That's why he brought these people in around him. Now I'm hoping that since he brought these dudes in, that he's allowing them to do their job.
Now that's what I want, because if you look at San Diego State, Even though they lost this week, that guy's doing his job a lot differently than what he did when he was at Colorado.
Yeah, man.
Offense differently. So to me, it sounds like they rebelled on him.
Yeah, for
Now,
sure.
but I can understand why, because if I got a passing quarterback, like if I got Peyton Manning, I'm not putting Peyton Manning in his offense.
Heck no. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna get him hurt.
And
Trying to run the ball.
I think, and I've said it several times, man, Shiloh getting hurt was a big wake-up call for Prime. Prime's trying to take care of his family, man. He knows that even when Shiloh getting hurt, if Shedeur goes somewhere, that same team gonna spin the block, regardless of if it's a late round, and they grabbing Shiloh too. But if Shedeur gets hurt, not only is Colorado season over, that Sanders bag is in jeopardy, man. And that's the last thing he wants. So I truly believe that it's a wake-up call for him. He like, dang, one of my sons already hurt. I can't have the other one get hurt. And he's going to do what he got to do to protect. Because the person that's suffering the most with all of this is Shedeur, man. He's getting hit the most. He's getting hit more than the running back because they not getting carries. He's getting hit the most, man. And it's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Now, and I didn't get to do my breakdown. Now, I apologize, y'all. I've been working my butt off, and so when I have my downtime, sometimes I just don't want to do that right now. Just tired, bro. But
For real.
what it was, I saw some plays with Shedeur, first down plays too, where he had a check down he could have used
Mm-hmm.
to do it. So when you choose not to do check downs, now you put yourself in the for a third and long, second and long, all that kind of stuff. Now these defensive coordinators can tee off on you more because they know you got to throw the ball now.
Yep. Yeah, that was one of my feedback for Shedeur too. He's always looking for the big play, man. And he's willing to put himself in harm's way to make that big play, like that shot he took against Western. Yeah, I like the play. I like how he made it happen, and we got the completion and the drive continued. But dog, I don't want to see you taking hits like that, bro.
Yeah. Because it's long-term effects too. It's not just
Yeah,
the day. It's next year, 3 years from now. Your brain ain't functioning right. Your back ain't functioning right. You can't even sit up in the car right because your back slipping out, the disc slipping out. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm. And that's a thing about Prime. Like, he had a long career. He's still good at this age, aside from his, toe surgery. But that didn't really have much to do with football. That was some internal stuff with his blood. But
But no,
Shedeur is already taking more hits than Prime took, big hits specifically. Like, ain't nobody. He just got to protect himself, man.
it ties in though that because he messed up his toe. He had like the same thing Shaq had. He had like a turf toe.
Yeah.
I was seeing it wrong the other day. I don't know why my brain couldn't function.
Mm-hmm.
But he had turf toe when he was in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So he had some surgeries on it, and it would kind of. Remember, he was on the scooter and all that kind of stuff back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He had the podcast with Pilar or the
Yeah.
show or whatever.
The
And
show.
yeah, and then he was running. He tried to run, and like how the other day, how he was on the practice field and he jammed that guy. Like he tried to have fun with some of the players and actually race a player. And when he tried to race the player, his shoe came off.
Mm.
When the shoe came off, I think he hit his toe on the ground and it scuffed it up. That's what triggered all of this surgery stuff.
Dang.
Yeah. So, and his fingers are messed up too.
Yeah.
They're kind of like crossed or something, or bent sideways or something because football. So he knows how football take a toll on you, and like I'm not understanding like I wonder what the conversations are like in the meeting rooms. Like, what are they saying? Are they saying what we're saying? Because if y'all saying what we're saying, if Benson gave up 3 sacks last week, why is he still a starter?
Yeah, he need to be out the game, man. They gotta either take him out or move him back to his position. And if you're gonna keep him in, he can't stay in at guard. Now, if you go move him to tackle or whatnot, but I do not want to see him run out there at guard. If y'all like, oh well, he's his normal position is tackle, we're gonna give him a shot at that. Cool, but he got to either be on the bench or be at tackle. I don't want to see him at guard, man.
Hey, I'm with you 100%. 100%. Like, and what I don't understand, like I was giving, what's my man name? Lou Holtz.
Yeah,
I was giving him mad props because I like what he's doing with the line and everything. And like the line looked better than what it looked last year. But I know just from being a football guy, Tyler Brown is too small to be a tackle in the league. You don't have
yeah, for sure.
so his best shot is center or guard. And
Hmm.
if we trying to put him in the league, if that's the goal, I'm trying to find out what the goal is right now. Like, is the goal trying to get everybody to the league, or is we just trying to get certain people to the league, or like what
Yeah,
are we trying to build for next year? Like, what's the goal?
the goal for them, man. The main goal for everybody should be to win because you start off the season big buzz. The buzz continue. You're on national TV. Third week in a row. Had a high rated game last week. Like, if you don't win, that buzz falls off. Now you got less scouts coming to practice. You got less eyes on the TV, and that's less exposure for people. So the goal should be to win, so everybody can get maximum exposure, regardless of what position they at. But I get what you're saying. Them dudes need to go back to their normal positions, man. Like, let's just bring them, let them play the position we brought them in to play, and let's see how it work out.
What LG saying? He's saying they said that's not the lineup. Hold up.
Yeah, yeah, because they always drop it early. They got people on there who out that ain't even playing, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt for the most part.
Okay, all right. So and that was my thing too. Like I don't remember a team ever really putting out a starting lineup prior to
Yeah,
the
I didn't see this all last year, or maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I ain't see no starting lineup.
yeah. I ain't never said that either.
It might be a Big 12 thing though. I don't know. What's up, Easy Marco? What's up, Isaiah? What it do? What y'all thinking about for this week, man? Is this a must win? And are we gonna get this dub, man?
But
Because even though it's a bunch of bull going on, man, at the end of the day, we still 1-1, man. We still 1-1 right now. We haven't had any conference games yet. We could easily beat, not should be easily, but even if it's not, we can beat CSU. And then we got Baylor at home for homecoming. We can beat Baylor. Now we 3-1. We right back in the conversation.
so now I'm getting a better picture of why Georgia Bulldogs and Alabama and all these SEC schools play against HBCUs and those small colleges at the beginning of the year, and they don't take on the tough colleges like what we did this year because they use their first game like a preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
So they ain't worried about losing it because they're so much more overpowered. What they want to do is let's get some film on you in a game situation, and let's see how you respond.
Yeah, they figuring out, you know, who who ready, who need to be shifted around, what plays is ready. I feel like Colorado, they had to start off against North Dakota State. We know North Dakota State's history, even though they're not the same team that they once were. We understand and we know their history. Um, then they had to go right to Nebraska. So, a couple of good opponents as it relates to the defense and just having like a different mindset with North Dakota State and then Nebraska. They was looking for revenge, man. I knew that was going to be a tough game. I just felt like we would scheme better. They was challenging us. They was daring us. They was rushing three for the most part. Every now and then they rush four, but they daring us, and we didn't take the dare, man. They dared us to run the ball, and we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think this is a must win, and I think we can get this. I think we can get Baylor, and then that UCF matchup. Oh, actually, it's Kansas State. Kansas State, they've been winning, but they're beatable too. So that'll be a big, highly rated primetime matchup if we win these next two games and we go 3-1, and then we got Kansas State at home. Hopefully, they still undefeated, and we can get right back on the map.
So tell
What
me,
up, Promo?
am I thinking wrong? I muted. Hey, Promo, I muted you because you had a lot of background noise. When you get ready to talk, just jump on. When you're talking, it don't pick up all your background noise. But
Yeah, I'm in this freaking hurricane, bro.
oh, you hurricane?
Man,
You
Well,
good, baby? To pull over.
hey, nah, I can't pull over, dog.
I gotta get that money. Yeah.
Can't pull over.
Dang.
you trying to get it? You trying to get out of the area?
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I don't like
Well,
doing that, bro. Well, I run from that. Well, I used to run from there. I can't run no more. I'm stationary now. But so am I thinking crazy, y'all? Because at the end of the day, this game matters, but it really don't matter. It matters
yeah.
for the rivalry, like for your coaching contract. Now it does matter because you want to win your rivalry game. But for the big scheme of things, going into conference play, wouldn't it be better to rotate all your linemen in and see what everybody can do?
Yeah.
I
At this
mean,
point, oh, go ahead, Promo.
that's what I want to see. I mean, cause like everybody feel like they're not playing their best players. Why not? Why isn't that?
Yeah.
So something got to be going on behind the scenes. Like Tyler Johnson was the number one offensive lineman coming in, and he's third string. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, Shirley, go ahead,
What's up,
Ron.
Miss Shirley? How you doing? Yeah, I would like to see a rotation through of the personnel, specifically at the offensive lineman group. Give a couple of those other dudes a shot because it appears that those are our weak points. I know everybody keep talking about receivers who aren't playing, Amarion Miller, and I think O should be on the field for sure. But none of that matters if we can't protect the quarterback. Is if he can't throw the ball, why
Right.
does it matter which receivers on the field? So I feel like we need to get the offensive line figured out first, and I would love to see some of them other players get rotated in. To me, the game matters, but it's not as far as like it matters for our season goals. I would like to have that win. It gets us, one win closer to say we don't win the conference. You want to stack up as many wins as you can. And I feel like after getting beat bad like that by Nebraska, for the team morale, you need a victory. You need an impressive victory too to kind of get people back, on the train. But no, we can
Right.
still lose this game and accomplish all of our goals. But I don't want I don't want to lose it. Nah.
But like,
Hey,
so
let me
when
ask you a
have a
question.
chance to put any other players in?
Right now,
Well,
I
think
think that
about
we're
it.
good enough to
Why
beat.
didn't we? Why didn't?
Go ahead, promo.
Yeah. But why didn't we see? Why didn't we see? Like, remember that goal line package we had last year with Bishop, where they put bigger linemen in?
I'm glad you
Mm-hmm.
said
Why
that,
haven't
bro.
we seen a bigger lineman in the red zone?
I'm
We have
glad you
that the
said
red
that.
zone. We should have seen Kirkland, like all them big 6'8" guys we had in there. They should have been in on the goal line and both tight ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm glad you said that, promo, because I thought about this last week. You remember last year when Colorado started the season? How we looked at Colorado was a physical
Yep.
team because
Mm-hmm.
they kept replaying that
Yep.
when they put Bishop at a fullback and he ran the dude over and said he
Yep.
ran the end zone.
Yep.
It was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Colorado coming to hit people in
Yep.
the mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Midway through the season,
Yep.
like after the Oregon game, it kind of was like, okay, we out here playing.
Finesse.
Yeah,
It's
for
just all
that.
finesse.
Yes, it's all finesse. So after that, I think everybody started playing Colorado differently now.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get back to complimentary football, man. Running the ball, passing the ball, scheming. As much as people hate Sean Lewis, man, his offense, we were doing our thing in his offense, man. I don't care what anybody say. We was putting points up. Like I said, my only issue with Sean Lewis is how the relationship with him and Shedeur was. Like, he's the adult, he's the coach. You can't allow it to be that way, but who knows? You know, we know Shedeur he got the keys to the car. So all I know is we have enough talent on the team to be able to be successful. It's just playing the right people and putting them in the right position. Nick Saban said something that really stuck with me. I think he said it last week. They was talking about some school, might have been A&M, might have been Texas. He was like, you know, having $1 million worth of players, $1 million players mean nothing if you're not having your team have $1 million players means nothing if you're not playing the right people. So I feel like that's a situation that we're in again this year. Is we don't know if we're playing the right people or not because we're not giving other people a chance, and I think it's time to do that.
Hey, I'm 100% with you on that, but it's just like I don't understand why. I just don't understand why. Why make it make sense? Like, what didn't Bucky say something about he was upset and he was saying something about playing different guys or something like that?
Yeah, he said he had a conversation with Prime, basically telling him like, bro, you got to get on your coaches. They got to get it together, man. And he said after that, Prime had a conversation with some of the coaches, but he was just basically telling them what we all saying. And I heard Bucky called the O-line out, which I think Bucky has a better relationship with this year's O-line to where he can call them out and they won't take it personal. You know, they done been to Miami together on yachts, and so they got a better relationship, and they know they're not playing well. So,
this is what I don't like about it, because they keep saying the O line. It ain't the O line. It's one guy.
He says Benson.
It's one guy that's really blowing his assignments. Some other people are getting beat here and there, but a person getting beat consistently is one guy. So why are we talking around this guy when he didn't talk around nobody? He bullied everybody. He was the big bad wolf. So when you're balling like you're supposed to ball, why won't people say his name and run up on him and say it like they need to say it, like how he ran up on everybody else?
Yeah. And people say you shouldn't throw your lineman under the bus. I understand not doing that when you're talking to the media. You know, you got your post-game interview. But, dog, at practice, in the locker room, even during a game on the side, if you playing trash, bro, I'm calling you out. Like, bro, you got to step it up, bro. You're going to get me killed back here. They should be okay with doing that. That's not being a prima donna or calling people. Bro, what's going on, bro? He beating you every play, dog. Like, do we need to get somebody else in here? Like, I'm calling them dudes out, man. I don't care. I'm not going to get in front of the media and be like, yeah, my old line trash. But I'm going to tell them that to their face on the field, in the game.
Yeah. And see, Shedeur pushed number 66.
Oh, yeah, I see him trying to push. Yeah, I see that.
So I don't know why he pushed him. Like, I think they were trying to hurry up, and maybe he was trying to talk.
He was moving slow. They were trying to hurry up. He like, go, bro. You trying to talk. Go.
You try to talk to Shedeur about being on his podcast every week. Hey, man, you going to let me do your podcast? Man, get your ass up. But I don't understand why we making this so hard. Like, Tyler Brown been solid at guard. So why he playing tackle now?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me, man. And what's starting to upset me is that we're all seeing it. We're all saying the same thing. So I know they're seeing it. I've been saying I'm going to give them this game to show me, you know, some adjustments, man. And I'm not looking for them to, you know, just come out and run the ball 40 times. Unless that's what they want to do. I'm looking for a balance. I'm looking for them to put the O-line and Shedeur in a position to succeed, man. They're going to get Shedeur killed, man. That's my biggest fear, man. They're going to get Shedeur killed, man.
Help me understand this right here. Help me understand. Gold jacket, film study guy, Coach Prime, he studied film. He know about way more about football than us.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the hell does Bucky have to go talk to him about what his coach is doing? He should be on top of that.
Man, it's stubbornness, man, and it's hey, we're still only 1-1. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But dog, we seeing the same stuff we saw in the last half of the season last year. I honestly, like I said, I think it's gonna change. The reason is it's unfortunate because of Shiloh's injury, and Prime knows that if Shedeur gets injured, his whole life gonna change, man. His whole life gonna change,
Mm-hmm.
and he has to. Him protecting Shedeur protects the Sanders brand, protects Shedeur, and it protects the team. If they're gonna win, man, they're gonna win games if they scheme right, get the right old lineman in there, run the ball more often. They're gonna win games. But if they just keep coming out five wide and Shedeur acting like it's 707, but it's 300-pound D lineman chasing him down, like it's not gonna work.
And tell me this: have you noticed this? What happened to Shedeur and Tom Brady's relationship?
Yeah, it appears that we at least from like what they're showing us, we don't see anything anymore. They could still be talking behind scenes, but um, I don't I don't know. With Tom Brady being a quarterback, I honestly feel like he's on Shadeur's side in this situation because he sees like the O line that he has to play behind. Now I'm
Hey,
hoping
can y'all
he's
hear me?
blowing him up.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear.
we can hear you now.
Oh yeah, I had a call come in
I'm
and
hoping
messed me
he's.
up.
Oh no, you good. We talking about Tom Brady and Shadeur's relationship. Now I'm hoping he's calling him and getting on him when he makes dumb plays like throwing a ball when we should have took a knee, or that pass he threw last week against Nebraska late and across the field. So I hope Tom's still getting on him about that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. We just got to do better, and I think we will.
When Shedeur was at Jackson, when I watched him play, he kind of looked like Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Now it looked like he done kind of morphed into his own who he is. Now how Kobe looked like Jordan.
Yeah,
Shedeur kind of like how he made his reads, how he made his throws. He kind of looked like Brady to me. Now he doing something different.
I think them hits taking a toll on him, man. He's timid, like he having PTSD, and it's not good for him, man. They gotta help. They gotta help the young brother out, man. He's not perfect. He's gonna make mistakes. Everybody saying, "Oh, it's Shadeur's fault." It's Shedeur. No, it's not Shadeur's fault. Every quarterback, even Tom Brady, they're gonna make some mistakes, man. But like, get this dude some protection, man. Help him out. Run double tights. Bring a fullback in there to run at the Mike linebacker. Like, sprint him out. I've seen him practicing with Daryl that sprint out pass all the time, man. Like, put that in the playbook, man.
Now I'm gonna tell you something that I heard that might cause some controversy. The D line coach, he said it's not what's on you, it's what's in you. So
Facts.
I don't know if he's talking about uniform was on you, or if you talking about because them boys were putting on gold chains and stuff before the game.
Yeah.
Was like that ain't gonna make it all necessarily, but it looked good now.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna make you make a play.
And look who their head coach is, man. He was the definition of look good, feel good, play good, they pay good. So it's doable, but you gotta have it in you, man. And you gotta put the work in. And you gotta, as far as these O linemen, man, you gotta beat your man. I can't keep seeing them get whooped. Hold on, let me do some shout outs. What's up, Elijah? JB, Big Worm, what's going on with you? Coach Hayes in the building. Yeah, Coach Hayes, them hits is taking a toll, man. They taking a toll, but he gonna be all right. They gonna do better for my boy. He gonna be all right, man. He gonna be straight. Um, but yeah, I ain't seen him make two bad decisions back to back in a long, long time. You see, he got two picks already. He had three all last year, man. So
Yeah, and like in this and last game he really threw a pick. The
yeah,
first game
for
was a
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, and that pick six too. There's a pick and a pick six. Them two different things, man. That changed the game right there.
Hey, somebody
Um,
earlier to rate all the special teams, defense, offense. It's kind of
oh,
hard for me to rate them right now because the offense they can't get in their groove, and if you got a lineman that's throwing off like the penetration and everything, you can't run your plays. It's hard for me to judge it. I mean, but if I'm looking at the lineman and just judging for what I see, I get an offense a C minus. Um,
yeah.
Defense, I get a defense a B. Our defense it's not great, but it ain't bad either. So it's just a B. Our special teams is kind of like it's like a damn D right now.
Yeah, we gotta. I hope they on whoever about fielding them punts, man. We gotta field them punts. Like you can't be put in position. We ain't taking the ball at the 5 yard line. Like, come on, man. Our offense already struggling, man. Don't make it worse on us.
Got a
Coach
field.
A said, "Big Tiger, we not friends anymore."
Oh no, we still rocking, Coach. Hey, we still rocking, man. I'm mad I can't come on your show, man, because my internet be messing up. But I think I'm gonna call in. I'll listen. I'll listen to your show yesterday, and I heard you was playing that intro from one of your guys. You said he was one of your biggest supporters, and now he was kind of switching up on you. He was talking about them Canes. That's all he want to talk about, them Canes. You thought he was gonna talk about Alabama or something, but he so yeah, I listen to you, Kohei. I'll rock out with you. I'm gonna be at work, man.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm gonna be at work, Kohei. So when I'm at work, man, it kind of like
Yo,
it's loud at work. Yeah, I can hear you, Rome. I can hear you.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Mic check. Can y'all hear Rome in the put a one if y'all can hear Rome.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my headset, bro.
Yeah. So you hear me, promo?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Kohei
Yeah,
said
yeah,
he was the eyebrow.
yeah. Hey, hey, Coach Hayes, I was thinking about that. I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't take that bet.
Mhm.
I would have shaved both of them off. Can't do just one.
And see,
Like,
and this is why I was saying what I was saying throughout the summer and everything. The kind of like when y'all think we taking shots at Coach Prime. No, I was saying trying to bring it back to reality. Like, look, calm down. We're not gonna win all these games. Cause this is what happened when you think they're gonna win all the games. Some people don't even want to watch games no more because they
right,
thought we were gonna go undefeated and win a championship. And I'm just
right,
like, man, you're going too far. You're going too far. Calm down. We're gonna lose some games. Just be ready to rock and roll. And at the end of the season, that's when we're gonna really need the fans the most towards the end of the season.
right. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I want to see some adjustments, bro. Shermer, the pressure's on Coach Shermer, man, because as much as people want to throw shots and throw blame,
or you cut out promo.
Yeah, we'll let you pick back up on that. But my thing is, I think it's too much freedom going on.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Shermer should control who in the game, not the position coach.
Yeah,
Everybody on headset for a reason. Coach Shermer should tell people who he won the game.
yep. That's how exactly it should be. But the dynamic isn't like that because one, Prime ain't making it mandatory to be like that. You know, he got a lot of the position coaches is, you know, his boys, his people. Um,
I mean,
I understand what Prime trying to do. He want to put his people in a position to feed their families, but what he got to understand is, bro, you have to win, dog. Like, I don't care who you is, how much you're selling. Like, these people will start calling for your head, man. If you losing like you lost against Nebraska, like a lot of fans are already turning on him, like already.
and see,
So if he get fired, his people getting fired too.
and that's my thing though. Like, and that's why I was saying what I was saying during the summertime, cause Nebraska, all these people pick Nebraska to win for a reason. All these experts and shit, they picked
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska to win for a reason. They ain't just picked them because they were just mad at Coach Prime,
Yeah,
you know. So the site, the betting sites and stuff, they had Nebraska winning for a reason.
yeah,
So it's like, and when people get mad, like you overreacting. If you getting that mad, you overreacting. But let me say this real quick. Let me throw this in real quick because I saw this and I want to share this story with y'all. Hey, this running back, he's a commit. He's out of Alabama. He's going to Auburn. Alvin Henderson. My man had 40 carries, 10 touchdowns for 435 yards.
sheesh.
And they lost the game, bro.
What?
They lost the game, bro.
How? So the other team scored 11 touchdowns or more?
Oh, they went to overtime and went back and forth, and I think they couldn't get their 2-point conversion or something like that.
Oh
Dog,
my gosh.
10 touchdowns and you lose the game?
That is crazy. I'd be sick. I know that whole team upset.
Yeah, that was crazy. Oh, this was another thing that I noticed this weekend. These quarterbacks, man, all these quarterbacks, they killed my parlays. All these dudes, except for the Tennessee guy. But everybody on here, everybody had a great week, man. Everybody. Like,
Yeah.
I know nothing about this Virginia quarterback. He popped up. Iowa, like they got a quarterback that's finna cause some problems. That's in our conference. And
Mm.
the guys at the bottom, now we had already kind of talked about them, except for the Tennessee guy. I didn't say anything about the Tennessee guy. He popped on the scene. So he's making the SEC even stronger with quarterbacks. As of right now, SEC, they blow everybody away when it comes to quarterbacks up and down the roster, like up and down the conference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got the best quarterbacks for sure. It's like 5 SEC quarterbacks that they talking about for Heisman. They got
Yeah.
Milroe, Ewers, Raiola, Dart,
Beck
and Gabriel.
and Beck.
I said Raiola. I meant Gabriel. Oh yeah, Beck.
And now this dude from Tennessee might be in there.
Yeah, they say Nico nice.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got a chance to watch him play yet. I'm gonna have to check one of their games out. Hey, I still got him. Yeah, Lamar, I'm with you, man. It's just we gotta do what needs to be done. The Big 12 ain't looking as strong as everybody thought it was, but we do got to be able to run the ball.
Mm-hmm. Now, on this post right here, Shedeur was saying back to business, like just all right, that's past us. This focus.
Yeah,
There's this no saying get refocused on the next game and
get back to work, man. That's all you can do. Like you can't keep dwelling on the last game. Like you still got more games to play, so you just got to get back to work. Thank God that you came out healthy and can still play.
but my thing is the adjustments. Like why aren't Flea and why they don't never do no press conference?
Yeah, they don't bring them in because they don't want them questions asked.
I want to know. And shouts out to Promo. He sent me this. It was I'm trying to go vegan. I'm trying to be a vegan, right? I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
And he sent me some
Oh
pictures.
my gosh.
And look, that fruit looked delicious, don't it?
Man.
All that fruit looked delicious. I mean,
Sheesh.
that melon over there, that melon,
Oh.
yellow melon right there, that look good, boy.
Mm.
And
Lord have mercy.
y'all see
Look
them
at that
things
back muscle.
that's right here in the top? What's them little covers on the fruit? I couldn't figure out what them covers were on that fruit, man. And the little berries that look so delicious.
I ain't even know some fruit in the picture for real.
Man, look, that's all I'm saying. Look at all this fruit, dog. You got, hey, look, man. I need to go to the same fruit stand and get some of these right here.
Look at dude in the back. He ain't moved. He ain't moved yet.
He's looking at the fruit too, man. He thinking about them apples. He like, man, I need to go get one of them apples. Oh yeah. Like, look at that watermelon, man. I'll tell you, you eat a lot of watermelon. Man, it'll help you lose weight.
Yeah, dog.
Well, I love to come home and see that fruit in my refrigerator, boy.
For real. Look at her. Lord have mercy.
Oh, well, if y'all on Instagram, I've seen her pictures before on Instagram. You just scroll Instagram, she on there. I've seen her before.
I'm gonna find her. I'm looking for. It says Tyler Johnson hurt. We don't know, man. We don't know why he ain't playing. I do know.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Because he really wasn't playing a lot. And I remember I got into it with somebody on live. I'm like, I haven't seen him. And they were like, oh, he good. I'm like, bro, I ain't saying he ain't good. I'm just saying I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
So if I'm not seeing him, why am I not seeing him? And more than likely, it's an injury.
Yep. That's what I think. And I was saying the other day that Prime, he be slow to bring people back after injury. So they could be being cautious. But, man, if he ready to go, dog, let him play.
Man, he's slow to bring everybody back, but Shedeur and Shiloh. Because we didn't think Shiloh supposed to been playing.
I told you, man, sit that boy up, man. I didn't want to see him to this week, man. And really, I really said he could miss the first 3. We should. There's no reason we need him against North Dakota State. Nebraska was going to be super physical, which is what ended up happening. His forearms done took a lot of beat, man, because he was compensating for that shoulder. But oh boy was trying to kill Shiloh, man.
Yeah, he was trying to give all the hatred and pain and whatever he had, he was gonna give it to him.
Yeah. But JB said Tyler Johnson ain't good. He had his 3rd school for a reason. Hey, this is crazy right here. I never even thought about this. Boom Church Atlanta, shout out to you. Appreciate you tapping in. Said, my theory is he refuses to play another position, and that's why he's 3rd. Ugh.
And that could be true, but it's just like I remember when I watched that show American Top Model. They'll bring a woman in there with long hair, and they'll bring a woman in there with short hair. They like how she looks with short hair, but then they'll give her a whole bunch of weave. One with the long hair, they'll cut all her hair off and make her have short hair. Like why y'all gotta change these folks around when you already got somebody in the room with short hair? Why you gotta? It's like you trying to break them. It's like you trying to see what they bend to whatever you say. And I get it. Sometimes coaches, they see something, they like, okay, well, I know you like this position, but I see you making it to the league at this right here. I understand that. But if both of these guys were decent at their last schools doing what they do, why you want to just give them a shot in the game?
Yeah, exactly. At least one shot. Like, it makes no sense why they haven't gotten a couple series, man. Like, I don't get it. It's some going on that we don't know about. LG said, Jerome, stop it. It's football. No, we know football physical as it can get, but I was saying from the jump, I don't want to see Shiloh rush back, man. He could have sat out for 2 games. But it is what it is. You know, injuries happen. I just think, you know.
But what he was saying though is when you're not 100%, chance to get injured goes up. Like You end up hurting something else because you're
Yeah.
trying to fix this because you ain't 100% yet.
Yeah, you compensate. Why is he hitting with his forearm? The Shiloh's tackle with his shoulder, dog. Every big hit he had, his shoulder. He compensated because that shoulder ain't already ready. So he tried to hit the dude with his forearm.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Oh boy, who played for Colorado State, who's coming off the end. Yeah, that's Kamara.
Yeah.
Yeah, he nice. Coach Hart definitely should be demoted. He having them dudes do linebacker drills."
Who?
He said, "Coach Hart."
Coach,
Yeah. So,
he got the running backs doing linebacker drill.
no, he said he got them dudes doing linebacker drills. I guess they should be practicing. They doing linebacker drills.
Oh.
Think about their playing out of position, and he has the best O line rating. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, he got the best O-line rating. I don't understand that. So if the scouts rating him good at this position, but y'all want to put him in another position, I don't understand that.
yeah. They say he always throws that forearm. Yeah, I see him lead with the shoulder, but you're right. He said coaches are not giving up on the O line that has the tools. Tyler Johnson is in his junior season. If he ain't got it by now, it's too late. I understand what you're saying, but let us see. Like we getting to see this line and what they doing. Like if Tyler Johnson get in and he trashed, then take him out. But let us see.
Yeah, because Benson, he ain't showing us where he can do it.
Exactly.
So how long somebody gonna show you that they can't do it before you try to put somebody else in? Like, if this is my thing, all right. When I coached, if I got a kid that I think can play, I was hype on this kid, and then once the season starts, they just won't turn it on. They just won't do what you want them to do. I'm gonna start looking at the kid that got 2-3 more years.
Yeah, they got to come. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start digging down and say, okay, well, we got another kid. Let's start getting this kid ready. Hell, at this point, I'm gonna get about the same productivity out of both of them. But next year, I got a guy that's been in the program for a year. He already knows what's going on, so he's gonna be a lot better.
Yeah. And a lot of times when you get your spot to, it makes you hungrier. Like you gonna go work on what you need to work on. So it low key can make Benson better if old boy take his spot. He said, "Tiger, where can I buy your shirt?" The link in the bio, right, or description.
Yeah, well, not today.
Okay.
It's I'll try to drop the link.
Yeah.
But I normally been having all the other videos. The link been in the description.
Yeah, you can just go back and pull up any of the lives, and it should be in there. Prime
It's
time,
on
bro.
that.
Appreciate you
You got
tapping
to
in.
scroll up. Hey, tell them to scroll up. The link's still there.
Oh no, he talking about the T-shirt.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, for the shirts.
Yeah. Now you got to leave that on the screen, bro.
Yeah. Oh, he said my fight got him doing linebacker high school. Well, that's why they brought that other dude, man. Hopefully he can get him right. Elijah said, "Ty got played on the O line. If someone gets hurt, you need to be able to play a different." Yeah, I agree. College Brown, what it do? First thing they should do is put Tyler Brown and Benson back at. Yeah, I think that should be the first order of business. Try that. You'll be able to see in the game if they still getting killed. I think they should have it in their mind, like, hey, if y'all still getting killed, we bringing in Tyler Johnson. We gonna give him a chance. So we gonna move y'all back to y'all positions, see how it work out. But if y'all still getting killed out here, we gonna bring in Tyler Johnson and give him a chance. This is the game to figure it out, man. I think we can still beat CSU while figuring some things out, man. I honestly do.
Yep, because if you go in, because now the talent for this game is not going to be the same like the Big 12.
Yeah.
So if you just try Benson out there again and he have a good game this week, now we got to go through another 3-4 more games before you take him out if he have bad games.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it is when coaches. Well, I feel like when coaches have, I'm gonna say favors just for lack of better terms. like they have so much more rope. So if they do one good thing, now they can do three bad things before it don't never even out. They good. Like if you're not one of their favorites, you can be nice, but oh, you okay? You nice enough to play special teams, So
Yeah,
you get 2 picks at practice. Oh well, now you good enough to run out on special teams. You ain't good enough to get on the dime package or the nickel package. You good enough to get on special teams now. But if you real good, it's man, get it together.
yeah,
What they're real good. If you one of the people they pick to be the starter, it's
yeah,
like get it together, man. Y'all need to stop playing. Yeah, some people kill for an opportunity like this. But let the other person have the opportunity. In. Stop talking
yeah.
about it. Put the other
And
person.
and that's for sure when you're like losing. Now, when you're winning, I understand if you don't want to make no changes. If the dudes is doing their thing. So, like my sophomore year in high school, we had our defense, and I knew that I was slightly better than this defensive tackle, but the defense was so crazy. Like I never got opportunity. Like unless we was blowing people out, and the dude was a senior too. But at the same time, like bro, this dude, we either the same level or he's barely like he's not that much better than me. Like I should be getting some playing time. They're like, you're a sophomore, wait your turn, da da da. But the defense was balling, like balling. We ended up competing for the state championship that year. But what I'm saying is, had we been losing, I know for a fact they would have tried to make some adjustments, and let me get some burn. But when you're winning, you can keep it how it is. But we're losing. We have to switch some shit up, man.
Yeah. And I was going back looking at everything. This is what I was trying to explain to everybody on the live the other night. Like if Bentley would have caught that pick, if because he had his hands on it, if Sam McCray would have caught that pick, he just
Yeah,
overran the ball. Them
yeah,
2 plays right there changes everything.
yeah,
Like, so we didn't really get killed by Nebraska. We kind of beat ourselves against Nebraska. We did. Shedeur threw a pick six, and those 2 drop picks could have been turnovers. Like all those 3 of those turnovers, that could have changed everything.
yeah. We were never able to take the crowd out of the game, man. Like we never did anything to be able to take the crowd out the game. And when you playing on a road like that, in front of that many people, if you can't take them out the game at all, it's a
Hard.
wrap, man.
Yeah, it's
It's
hard.
it's hard. It's hard to beat somebody in their house when you beating yourselves, man. And we seen it last year. We beat ourselves a lot. We definitely beat ourselves against Nebraska. Now, don't get me wrong. Nebraska's D line, them boys is raw, raw. I thought that was gonna be too slow to get to Shedeur, but I guess we ain't had no quick passes or whatnot. But them boys was getting to it for sure. I thought that was gonna be too slow.
But hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but I want to say something though. We wouldn't have won that game because Sherman didn't make no adjustments with the offense. At the halftime, I thought they was gonna come out and try to attack them outside since you can't run up the middle. Let's run some tall sweeps, some outside zone, some flare passes to the running back. Like they didn't change nothing about the offensive game plan attack. So I don't. No matter how good the defense would have played, we wouldn't score no points the way the game plan that we had, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
Agree.
yeah.
So, do y'all think they don't trust the running backs?
I, bro, you can't think like that. You got to give them a chance. We ain't had one
Yeah.
game where we gave them guys 15 to 20 carries. We ain't had no game like that.
Because the only thing I can think of is like they don't trust them. Why aren't y'all giving them carries, man? Like we
Well,
Well,
keep saying we can't run the ball. We can't run the ball. I've seen some good
but
runs.
but
yeah, they.
why we don't have a tight end in the game?
I was about to
Yeah.
say that. Think about it. They can't keep saying Charlie the best blocking back because I don't see him get blowed up trying to pass block. I don't see all the running backs that done been in the game. Number 7, the other guy, miss blocks on blitzes. So why don't you put a tight end back there as an H back and let him block, pass block? You see what I'm saying? Like there's things you can do, bro. That's what
Man,
I'm saying. I don't
I
see no
don't want the
adjustments, man.
and that's the thing. I don't want the running back. I'd rather see the running back not blocking more than blocking. Put him on one of them little routes, man. You
Yeah,
have him as like a hot
exactly.
route. I'd rather have that.
Right.
If they ain't picking up the blitz, put him on a little hot route. I'd rather do that, man.
Because what happened to them Dylan packages? What them packages y'all had for Dylan?
Yeah, man.
I
Where did
ain't
they
seen one
go?
yet.
That's crazy, man.
I ain't seen one yet. We got the running backs that can do it. You can put Jimmy in there, let him run
And
a route out the backfield.
and they had Welch and Dylan when they was talking to him, and they was
Yep.
like, "Yeah, they got some plays in there for us. Like, let Welch get in there and run them damn plays.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be relying on your running back to pick up the blitz all the time. That damn often. That's terrible. We ain't ran a screen yet, except the wide receiver screens that we throw out there. That's terrible. That's too slow developing of a play.
Yep.
Like we ain't running no screens to the running back. We not putting them on no hot routes.
I ain't
We
seen no
got to
jet
do
sweep.
better. Got to.
Yeah, that is crazy. We have not ran a screen.
Makes no sense, man. And when your
Makes
O line is like that and they getting beat, that's how you set the D up, man. Because they like, well, we've been beating these boys all night.
Yep.
So this we just beating them again. Whole time you got a screen set up. We
Yeah.
haven't did that one time. Even a Pee-wee coach knows you. That's what you got to put in.
yes,
Yep.
sir.
Oh, Tyke, I got one for you. Remember you were saying the Villanova guy was too big to put at the center, even though
Yeah.
he plays center?
Mm-hmm.
You can put him in the red zone package at center because you're running the ball. He's 6'8", like 340. Put him in that center in the red zone with them big boys. You got Big Kirk, all them big linemen we got. That should be the red zone package.
Yeah. Yeah, they should have a package called Bison when they run all the big boys in.
Yeah, well, we needed that 1 yard. They should have had all the big boys in there.
Yep.
Man, we need a big boy package. I ain't seen no overload or nothing. We used to call it tugboat. That's be our big boy package. And we bringing in extra line, everybody, dog. Like they're not do. If you want to get 4th and 1, you'll get 4th and 1. If you want to get it, you'll get 4th and 1, dog.
And it goes back to what we were saying earlier. It's starting to turn into finesse ball,
Yep.
like flag football, instead of being physical football.
Which is so backwards because you be physical, you run the ball, it opens up the path. Shedeur, if Prime trying to get Shedeur numbers like everybody's saying he is, and get him to the league, you have to put a run game in play so Shedeur can go back to looking like Shedeur, man. He can't even look like himself right now because everything's on his shoulders. He ain't got no help when it comes to running the ball. Now, if he's checking out of them runs, they need to have a conversation as to why. Why are you checking out? I need you to tell me why you checking out of this run, and then I'm gonna tell you, okay, next time you see that, still don't check out of the run because of this. Like, are they having those type of conversations, man?
And it seems like it should because these are football conversations. But hey, we got Randall to the stage. What's going on, Randall? What you got?
Hey
How you
guys,
Randall,
how
what's
doing?
y'all
good?
doing?
What's up?
Hey,
Hey,
how
What's
you
up?
doing?
What's up?
listen, my intention was to get on with y'all during the game,
Mm-hmm.
but I was just so disgusted. I just didn't even want look. I was so disgusted, and I literally had to take a break. I had to say, "Look, I just need a break from all this, so I can just like what is going on." But I'm good now. I'm good.
Oh, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah, it's
Yep.
gonna
Yeah,
be a better week for us.
but you know what, guys? You know, I've been, giving my comments on a couple other platforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my concern was this year, is there going to be a change? Is there going to be accountability with coaching, right? So I know last year everyone talking about,
Oh, you went out on us. Come bring that back. You went out.
Oh, hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, I want to run something back because you said something earlier. I don't want us to think this game's gonna be a cakewalk
Nah.
because you see what happened last year. They was the first team to throw them crossing routes on us. We ain't faced them crossing routes yet to see if we fix that problem. We finna see it this weekend.
Yeah, nah, for sure,
So
for sure.
so and this is gonna be their Super Bowl. So we gotta go in this game thinking that they can beat us. We can't just go in there thinking we finna just get this victory because we're gonna come back with our head tucked between our tail again.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
Now
guarantee
if
you they're
we
gonna
if
come out
we
on
do
fire.
Personal. It seems like it's personal for everybody we got against.
Yeah,
Randall, you just came back in. Say what you
yeah,
was
we didn't hear you.
saying.
My question is, I don't understand in football why you have to wait till halftime to make adjustments. Why you
I
can't
agree.
make game time adjustments? I just don't understand the game like that.
The
And
great coaches do.
yeah, you can. Like that's why they got printouts and all kind of stuff. You can look at that stuff on little videos when they showing stuff on the sideline. You can make adjustments. Uh, I don't.
Hey, Randa, this is why because I was on some other platforms and guys was getting mad at me because I was saying why is Prime just standing up on the sideline? He ain't saying
Yeah,
nothing. He just standing there. He ain't doing nothing.
I was about to say that. Like
The
Prime,
Stanford game, you a DB. This wide receiver killing us. He ain't said nothing to the DB coach. I'm like, bro, you the head coach. That's what frustrates me.
yeah, like he only talked to the players. He don't talk.
Yeah,
Like the other day, he said something to the offensive line. Well, why you ain't talk to the offensive line coach about changing out?
right, right.
Like,
Yeah. And my thing is, I like Wester, but he had too many drops. We have so many great players in that room. He needed to have, okay, I need to take you off the field so you can get yourself together and bring someone else in. But that didn't happen.
Yep.
yeah. Now Prime said something about it. I think they said at halftime he told the coach play everybody. But did y'all see everybody get played the second half?
Nope. Nobody. Same people.
No, he should have got on his headset, put the little thing down that you talk instead of having it flipped up all the time. He should have been saying, take him out, put someone else in. And also too, when Shiloh, when Shiloh got that penalty, right?
My
The first
last
game,
pick.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying whenever he got that big penalty, I think he should have
Yep.
came out.
Yep.
And I'm afraid I don't want him to lose the room. I was looking at the well-off media today, and the players, to me, they don't have that same juice as they did. You know what I mean?
I'm telling
Yeah,
you, I was looking at the running backs. I was looking at Michael Wilkes' face. He ain't happy, bro.
yeah. It's like Coach Prime said. Hey, somebody got a lot of black noise. Hey, Coach Prime saying I want to get him in there, but then here we go a whole nother game. He don't get in there. Why do you
Yep.
want to get him in there and you're not putting him in here?
if you want to get him in there, you'll get him in there, dog. You the head coach, bro.
Charlie's in.
Yep.
Yeah. We just gotta play. We gotta play people who we think should be playing, they know should be playing. Like, give them a shot. Now, if we give these dudes a shot that everybody calling for, and they trash, like everybody was calling for Kamani last year. What Prom do? He put him in. We got
And
to
he
see.
balling.
Okay,
But he
Kamani is
balling.
balling. Like, you should keep him in. So now he was getting 8 on them crossing routes.
Kamani was getting burnt.
Yeah, he would get 8 on them crossing routes, but we could see, like, okay, now we might can see why he's not in the game. This team run a lot of crossing routes, so this is why Kamani ain't playing. Like, you need to do the same thing with these other dudes. Like, okay, we see why he ain't playing because when he was in, he struggled with this. But we don't know. We don't know what they're doing.
No, I can't let y'all get away with that.
What you mean? Well, Kamani?
All the DBs was getting beat on crossing routes.
Man,
No pass
Not like
rush, bro.
Kamani.
they would run that
He was getting
Kamani promo. They was on Kamani head.
Bro, Kamani never gave him a touchdown.
Promo, you got
They took him out the
One
game.
game. It was that one game he made that good play against USC, I believe it was. But other than that, he was being exposed.
Hey, I was at the ASU game, promo, front row watching. That boy was getting killed. They had to take him out the game. But I see what you're saying. I just think we gotta give these other young men an opportunity. I don't want to come to the end of the season and have the same feeling we had last year. Like, what if we would have let these dudes play, or what if we would have tried to run the ball more, or like, let's just leave it all out on the table, man.
Can we consider this? We
Let me say
had the
this.
same issues last year. This is a whole new coaching team. Can we maybe say that maybe it's the head coach?
It is. It is.
I feel like we're gonna see a change. Like I really think I keep saying it over and over. That Shiloh getting injury is a wake up call for Prime. We're gonna see a change. It's about to be different. He knows it's on him. He got Bucky calling him out. Like it's on you, dog. At the end of the day, you the head coach, bro. It's on you. So make the necessary changes and let's get to it.
Well,
Chris, go ahead, Chris.
What up,
hold
Chris?
on. What's up, y'all? I think it's a lot of static.
Chris, that might be feedback. Yeah, I think that is you, Chris. My bad.
Okay, how about now?
All right, you sound good now.
Okay, all right. Yeah, man. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing, man? I wanted to just jump on real quick and kind of give my 2 cents. I do think it is Coach Prime. Man, I just think he needs to he he needs to control everything a little bit more from the perspective of actual coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like he control all the other stuff, the marketing, you know what I'm saying, the this and
The
that.
shoes they wear, yeah, I
Right. You
feel
know,
you.
he control all of that, but then when it comes to in-game play or even I guess calling the plays or making sure that some of the plays are being ran the way that should be, it's like it's almost like he's just watching it just like you and I watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just on the sideline watching the game. You know what I'm saying? Instead of actually inputting his ideas of what he know works. Like he knows football, you can tell. But
Mm-hmm.
when it comes down to making an actual decision, either he's frozen or he just don't care to do it right or something. I don't know.
They saying it's background noise. Who is that? Is that you, Chris, or is that somebody else?
I, it may
There's
be
some
me.
stuff going on
I'm
in the
on mute
back.
out.
All right, mute it. Let us see. No, I agree with you. Let me get this super chat real quick. Hey, what's up, Mike? Mike, I know you feeling good, man. And you got a whole year to feel good, man. Hey, shout out to you, Mike. Your boys did their thing. You know, we'll see y'all at the finish line. But Mike said Colorado will beat some Rams butts. Yeah, I think so too, Mike. We're gonna beat CSU and get back on track this week for sure. Let me see. Said no, he did not. Matt asked. Yeah, I mean, whether it's true or not, it's true now because it's out there. Prime gonna watch the video, so he gonna hear it.
What's
He
true?
gonna see. They talking about Bucky calling out Prime or not calling him out, but just being like, man, you gotta do more when it comes to this coaching. Like, call people out, hold people accountable. Coach Prime just gotta flip that switch, man. Like, that's all he gotta do. He gotta flip the switch. He gotta, I feel like, stop worrying about everything else and just get back to focus on winning football games, man. And if he can do that, the team will follow his lead, man. But as long as the team thinks that he's like all about everything else except that, it's gonna be tough. But they saying he lost the locker room. I don't believe that. I don't think he lose the locker room after 2 weeks. But who
I
knows?
I think he lost.
You say you think he lost the locker room?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to say, but I just think after 2 weeks and you're 1-1, I just don't think that the locker room has been lost. But I do truly believe that if adjustments aren't made, he will lose it soon.
What happened
Okay,
with
for instance, when I was watching the videos, I was watching intently. He had to tell a
hold
multitude.
All right. Can you? Is it static nine, y'all?
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. What I was saying was he had to tell a few of them to sit up. A few of them. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So their body language wasn't right. Usually when you watch, he just say, "Young man, sit up," or whoever. But he had to tell a few of them, the video that I saw, to sit up. And then I'm just reading the body language of the team when he's talking to him and stuff. I believe that either he's lost it or is really getting close to losing them.
I would say this. And it could have been more this time, but he's always telling people to sit up. But like you said, it was three people, so that could have been more. But also, when you lose to Nebraska, your rivalry, even though a lot of them people are new, a lot of them people aren't new. And not only in the locker room you hearing about it, but you on campus hearing about it. Y'all suck. Y'all lost. So automatically your moral and your demeanor is going to be down because of who you lost to and how you lost. So I think that their body language is showing that way because of who they lost to and how they lost. But this is all assumptions. I think if Prime doesn't make adjustments or changes, he will lose them. But I think right now, they can still accomplish everything that they expected to accomplish this season. Like nothing has changed in regards to accomplishing their goals. They still can very well do that.
Yeah.
My thing is, if going into this game right here, if they treat this game like a preseason and just play, don't care about if we win or lose this game. It's about getting film on everybody, seeing who's going to do their job in the game. That'll be the best thing for Colorado right now because if you go in there with a lineup that you're not sure about and other guys feel like they should be playing and they ain't playing and y'all barely win, yeah, you get the win, but now you go into the Big 12 and these kids, they finna come with a different kind of energy. And now it's going to be too late to change.
No, for sure. We got Boom coming to the stage. What's going on with you, brother? What's on your mind?
What's going on, family? Um, dope show, dope show. I wanted to just throw something out here when it comes down because I know we're talking about Coach Prime taking control. I think this thing stem all the way back to high school. I think most of the major position coaches like running back, linebacker, and all them. I think they kind of was coaching together in the academy when they were winning like high school championships and things like that. It's kind of hard sometimes. You have to really. It's hard that's for some people to transition into from being your buddy, your partner, to being your boss. And I think that Coach Prime is kind of from high school. They were buddies. You go to Jackson State, you buddies, and then now you transition to the big boy league where now you got to become their boss. And I think that is kind of weighing on him because he has so much trust in them dudes and allowed them to do so much. Now he got to take it from them or tell them certain things that they never had to tell them before. I think that's what Bucky was talking about with the challenge that he's dealing with. Think about it. Coach Schumer, they got a long, long, long relationship. So he got guys around him, Sap and all these guys are like buddies, partners. And now you got to be their boss. I think that's where it's difficult for him in his temperament to be able to try to take control of everything. So this is a it's more than just outside with the people. I think this is more about him psychologically, mentally, and I think that he has to make a decision. Either you're gonna be their partner, you're gonna be their boss, and that's what's gonna make him break him as a head coach with Colorado.
I I
That's a
think
great
that
point.
yes, well, yeah, I definitely I think that's a outstanding point. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about that, but it's a great point. And if them really your boys, they really got love for you. They're not going to take you being critical of them or you having to have someone of higher experience step in they shouldn't take that personal because if you lose this opportunity at Colorado, everybody loses it. So if they want to keep food on the table, even if it's like, oh, I don't got as much power or I'm working under this guy now, like they have to accept that, man, because if Prime and the ship sink, everybody going down with it, man. Ain't nobody getting able to stay. So let's do what we got to do to win. Prime, sit down, have those difficult conversations. And for the men that he's having those conversations with, they got to take it for what it is, man. We're trying to win because if we don't win, they're going to get us up out of here.
Yeah. Can I speak since we still kind of on this with Coach Prime? Now, again, we all on the outside looking in. We assume and speculate that Shedeur could probably be changing the plays. Um, if he's changing those plays like that, then he's not really putting his team in the best situation all the time. And you hear him say this more than once that he feels like he can throw the best punch. So he's taking it upon himself to put the game on his back, and he needs to really trust and play within the process and the game plan.
I agree with you there, but I also think that what's what happens in practice and what's going on in practice is what Shador believes should go on in the game. So if he's in practice and he's checking out of stuff and it's working, he's going to continue doing that even in the game unless there's a conversation with him. Not after the game, not at halftime, during the game. I was just saying they need to be coming to the sideline. Pat Shermer, you know what you called. So if that play didn't get ran, you know he checked out of it. So sit
Yeah.
down, get on that tablet, let him explain to you why he checked out of it, and then you explain to him why you see where he's coming from, but this is why you don't check out of it. Like teach him, man. I understand he's a high caliber quarterback. He has a high IQ. He's played a lot of football, but he doesn't know everything, man. He is not ready to be a play caller. Like Pat Shermer, he's not a play caller, bro. That's not Shador's job. I understand y'all gave him the freedom. I think that's cool. But at the same time, you have to be like, bro, it has to be an ongoing learning experience. Every time you check out of something, when you come to the sideline after this drive, we're going to sit down and talk to each other. And you're going to tell me why you checked out. And then we're going to go from there. But I don't think they're doing that.
I can say that on Pat Shermer's case. I mean face, excuse me, face. Sometimes he just looks disgusted when Shador maybe makes a mistake. You know what I mean? Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
saw
Well,
it. I saw it at the graphic, man.
yeah. Does everybody remember when Pat Shermer was with the Vikings?
Yeah, I'm a Vikings fan.
Right. Do you think that his play calling was super creative?
Hold
Hold
on.
on, y'all. Who got the feedback? We gotta cut the feedback out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. When he was with the Vikings, yes. When he went to um the Giants, no. When he was at the Broncos, no.
Yeah, I think the system and the players within that system was better with Minnesota than it was those prior two teams or the two teams after that. Reason why I say that is because I'm like, okay, if I'm analyzing this and I'm looking at it, I'm like, how is this play calling super creative with the Vikings, but now they're super vanilla with Colorado? I just to me that seems as though, and I'm not I want to be careful how I say it, but it kind of feels handcuffish in a way, to where it's like to kind of make sure. Again, I want to be careful. I don't want to say this is a super agenda, and I'm just throwing it out here, looking and analyzing it. I don't know, but could it be to make sure that Shedeur is still regarded in the good light for the Heisman. I think that it's already solidified that he's going to be a top pick as far as a quarterback. But I think the Heisman is the agenda. If I'm mistaken, I think maybe last year or something like that, that was kind of the main agenda to make sure that either him or Travis is up there when it comes to the Heisman. Y'all, I just want to throw that out there.
Hey,
Okay,
everybody,
I just
mute if you're not talking. Mute because there's some echo, and so if you're not talking, just mute until you talk.
okay. I just want to say, okay, we're doing a lot of reaching, and this is usually what happens when uh a team that you like loses a game. Everybody starts to try to figure out what is going on, and then we start pointing fingers. Oh, maybe you know, the coaching staff is handicapped, or maybe I was watching the video. They were in the meeting. The official expression on the player's face is like, "Oh, they look like they lost." Like, no, let's stop doing that, please, because this is just speculations. That's all we're doing. We're just speculating now at this point because we're trying to figure out what happened in that game. We lost that game. That's what happened. Our O line couldn't hold up, and we lost the game. Regardless of what scheme you try to go through that game, right? Now, can we say, oh, maybe that O line personnel needs to get replaced? But the thing is, no matter what scheme you go through in that game, our O line, our center, and our guard kept getting beat. So, regardless of what scheme you go through, if those people keep getting beat, running your plays is gonna be handicapped. Now you can try to quick passes, you can try to do screens, you can try to do all these things, but like at the end of the day, people gotta hold up their blocks.
But did we try to do those things, Paulie? And that's what our problem is. Yeah, we understand you got to block, but when you're having trouble blocking, you do those different things. You throw quick passes, you throw screens. You can get beat right off the ball. If you're throwing a screen, your person getting beat off the ball is going to help that screen be successful. So
You
our
you
issue is, yeah, we know the O line has to hold up, but also when you know the O line's not holding up, you have to try different things, bro. You
you
have
did
to.
do that. The first two passes that Lojante dropped was quick passes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started off the game doing quick passes. Our wide receivers dropped it. Then we
Well,
tried to run the ball, but not even run the ball. We tried to go to another wide receiver. Our center got beat and then got sacked. So we was doing stuff in that game. I know a lot of people. What's the echo coming from, bro?
What's the echo?
It must just be from the host. It got to be.
yeah, everybody, if you like I said, if you're not talking, just mute. What did everybody drop though? Yeah, if you're not talking, they're saying feedback is horrible. Hold on.
Okay. Well, that's what honestly I think. Okay, the thing is with Pat Shermer, and this is I think somebody was speaking about it. Pat Shermer have had a history of having vanilla offenses. Like no matter, I mean, some people may not want to admit it and stuff like that, but he's had a history of there was a couple times where he was at the Broncos where they led the league in least rushing yards in 2 weeks in a row. Or not rushing yards, rushing attempts 2 weeks in a row. This is when he had Melvin Gordon on the team. And then he had the guy that they have now. I think his last name is like Williams or something. Right? They had both of them in the backfield and they stayed their quarterback wasn't that good. And it still led the league 2 weeks in a row with rushing or least amount of rushing attempts. And then after 2 weeks, he adjusted and he started running more. So the thing is, we've seen this pattern with him. Um, could it have been that Deion Sanders handicapped him? Probably, sure. Maybe Deion Sanders says he wants to run a spread offense, and he wants to primarily throw the ball. Maybe that's what he told Pat Shermer. But at the end of the day, Deion Sanders is not in charge. And this is the thing people don't understand. A lot of people have never been in like a leader or in charge of people. I was in the military, and I would. They wanted me to be in charge. They wanted me to be a sergeant. I declined it because I didn't want to be in charge of people because I noticed how hard it is to be in charge of people, especially people that you're working with daily, that you have a relationship with, that you're cool with, that you go to lunch with all this time. Sometimes telling people, this and that, stuff like that can affect your relationship, right?
Man, if we paying you $5 million a
Hold
year,
on,
dog,
hold
you
on,
gotta talk. You gotta have
hold
those
on,
conversations. I make way less than that
hold
$5 million a
on.
year, and I'm still having those difficult conversations. Like that's part of
I
being a leader,
know
man.
it's part
No,
of being a
it
leader.
is.
So here we go. So let's talk about this leadership, okay? Because I'm a leader as well, right? So as a leader, you're in charge of the whole system, right? The whole team. If one of your supervisors, who have you,
Dang, Miss Randall, you keep cutting out.
Damn, what happened? You got that Tiger Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
it's not me. I
Oh,
promise.
no, you good? Now we can hear you.
So you're not going to consistently, as a leader, you're not going to consistently let someone keep, making bad judgments, making bad mistakes, because it's going to affect the whole team. So as a leader, you've got to step in and you've got to do something about it, because ultimately you're responsible. They're going to get rid of the leader before they get rid of anybody else.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, and you're 100% correct.
Go
right.
ahead.
But
Let her
that's
So
finish.
that's
I'm just saying
Hold on,
that
Polly. Let her
he's
finish, Polly.
yeah, I understand, Polly, but I'm just saying ultimately he's responsible. And you say that we may be reaching, right? But what else do we have to go by when we're watching these games? And I'm going to start from last year. I'm sorry. When we were watching game after game rolling into this year, when the same things are happening, right? No adjustments are being made real time. So what do we have to go by, right?
I
Yeah,
won't
I
say
think
I won't say no adjustments are being made. I would say the adjustment being made is not giving us the results that we want. Because there were adjustments made in that game.
not I don't think there was enough adjustments, but not even in that game. Let's talk about moving forward. Are we going to make the necessary adjustments? Are we going to do the things that we need to do? Is
I'm
Prime going to
finished.
have the
Thanks,
different?
everybody.
Can I
You
say
said what?
something real quick?
I
Yeah,
said I
go
was
ahead.
finished. I couldn't hear anybody.
Okay, go ahead, Snake.
All right. I hear everything you guys are saying right now. I'm at work right now, and I had to tap in with you guys real quick, right? I saw the well off minute video today, and we don't have the guys. If they're still doing motivational speeches like Coach Prime and the players every other damn day, they're doing the speeches, we don't have the guy. If we have to talk to you and say, hey, I need you to play hard, do what you say you came here to do every day, then you're not that guy. So we can sit here and blame Coach Prime, which we should, but we don't have the guys to do what needs to get done at the end of the day. We can make all the adjustments all we want, but we don't have those dogs that Coach Prime promised us. So,
I
Coach,
well, I think the motivational speeches, that's Coach Prime. He gonna make that's what he's done. That's
these
that's
players, no,
really
these
why
players,
that's
these
really why
players
he's
are doing
here.
it.
It's you said the players. Well,
The
he yeah
players, that's
he
what I'm saying. The players are doing it, and that's not working, bro.
they're
If,
still trying to orchestrate a player led team. So he's forcing these people to have these speeches, but they just got whooped. You got to. It's part of a breakdown. Like there's somebody that's gonna say something when you break down before practice. Like it's just that's just what it is. Now I can see where you're saying if they're like having to have the Cameron Silman Craig speeches every week and every practice. I feel you that shouldn't have to continue happening. But all I'm gonna say is it's been 2 weeks, and I feel like all the fans, all the non-fans, and everybody in that locker room, they understand that they have to be better, man, from coaching all the way down to the players. And I think they will, man. That's all.
I
I
hear
just think
you,
they
but
will.
also think about this though. They were 1-11 before we got here, right? The thing about those people for all the years with the losing season, right? So we're just coming in as new fans, and we won 4 games last year, and this year we won one. So I think we need time. I don't know how much time we need, but we don't have the guys. That's what I think.
Go ahead, CBS. I think he just
No,
hopped on. Let him say spill. What's on your
who
mind,
me?
brother?
Oh yeah,
Just
it's
just
great to be here. I was just kind of listening in, and I think this show, like with many, it is just a expression of how much potential we know this team has versus what they're putting on the field. So the previous speaker says they don't have the talent. I don't think it's necessarily a total talent issue at this point. I think we got to address the first issue, which is coaching philosophy, right? I think this issue with making adjustments in areas that are glaring to everybody who's watching the game is what I'm most concerned about, right? So, what is Colorado's philosophy? I think
can
we
I
all
answer that based
go
on
ahead.
what I literally just heard what Coach Flea said. He says his philosophy, and I can only imagine this goes for every position coach that coaches under Coach Prime, is that if the player or players are grading out the highest, whether that's in practice or in game, regardless of talent level or the ability to be a good football player, the ones that grade out the highest is basically the ones deserve to either play or start. Now that's on Coach Flea. He was talking specifically about Charlie Offdahl and the running back room, but I can only imagine that that philosophy is throughout the entire team.
Yeah, I'll probably agree with you with that because I've even heard Coach Prime say that um how you practice, he repeats it all the time. How you practice is how you're going to play in the game. So if you're not practicing up to par or they're not seeing it in practice, they're not even going to try to dress you to put you in the game.
Well,
So
let me say this, and again, Bo Jackson is an exceptional athlete, right? We get that. Bo Jackson didn't practice hard.
yeah, I mean we all
But no, sometimes though, and I'm not saying you gotta let a kid get away with anything. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that sometimes the athlete don't have the technique all the way right. Athlete is going to make the play. I'm not going to not play a home run hitting running back just because his hand placement in pass pro isn't how I like it. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But
I mean, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. And I mean, some coaches don't have that philosophy where it's like, hey man, whoever is the best talent, regardless what you're doing on and off the field, like what you're doing off the field, if you're the best talent, like you're playing in the game. Like you can see Florida's like past Florida's teams, that's how they work, right? With Hernandez and stuff and what during the Tebow era, what they were doing off the field. But clearly they were the best talent in the room. So, they let them play. But I don't think Coach Prime is trying to do that with his thing because he often say multiple times that the players on his team is more than football to him, is more than just winning games to him. He's trying to make them into men and all these
yeah,
things. So
yeah, that's to him, but that ain't to the alumni. That
yeah,
ain't
but
to
he's
the
the head coach though.
yeah, I
Here's a
know, but if he keep going, he won't be there for long.
Well
here's a
then
question for you
then
guys.
maybe okay.
I have a question for you guys real quick. If that was the case, why isn't Michael Welsh playing? Because he's the only running back on the whole team that show passion that he wants to play and he wants to hit somebody.
He already
Why he
told you
hasn't
why
been
he's not
in the
playing.
game?
He
Grade
can't
wise,
block.
grade wise,
He
like
already
meaning
told you why he's not playing though. He said Michael
so
Welch
grade.
struggled with
Yeah.
blocking, pass blocking.
No, no,
So
no.
let me
It-
dig into this a little bit because you guys addressed the question that I was pointing to, which is philosophy. So the first philosophy we have to talk about is whoever practices the best is going to be on the field, right? But practice doing what? Right?
I
So
guess
are you
yeah,
a run
right,
first off? Like what are
right.
they practicing? Because
from what we're seeing on the field, the offensive philosophy is pass always,
Yep.
not even pass
Right.
first.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, okay, for the guys who are on the field, that's fair. Whoever works hard in practice should play. But what are they practicing? What I'm trying to figure out, because you cannot ask somebody to do something that is counter to their philosophy.
True.
All we could judge your philosophy on is not what you say, but what we see. And we all understand that going into the CSU
Oh, you
game,
breaking up,
we
my boy.
cannot
You
be
breaking up.
pass always. So my question is, what is Colorado's offensive philosophy?
Like I'm going off of what Coach Prime said in the press conference because somebody asked him that exact question. That they don't have a philosophy. They go based on who they're playing on a weekly basis. Whatever the team, the scout, whatever they see, that's what they go off of. He literally asked the question back to the thing. What is a philosophy? We don't have a philosophy.
Okay, so that's fair. So if they're playing 7 DBs, they rushing 3 linemen, maybe with a jacket, on the side, then that's a 4-on-5 position.
Mm-hmm.
So my 5 should
Should be able to
be
take
able to
over
beat
your
your
three.
4 or 3,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then that situation presents a run play.
Yes,
So
I
so
agree with you.
again, I don't like back to my boy who was talking this point earlier. It seems to me it's pass regardless. Because if we're saying this, then we got to agree that he just made his point that it's pass regardless, no matter the situation.
Well, in those situations, like okay, let's use last week game when it was 3-5. They tried to run the ball, and guess what? The center and the guard kept getting beat on their position.
No.
So
Hold
they
on, hold on,
try to
hold on.
go back to their philosophy, which is throw the
Uh-huh.
ball, and the
No, he
center
couldn't do
and the
that either.
guard kept getting beat at their position.
Right. Okay. That's
So
fine.
now we're at this spot where it's like, okay, we try to run the ball, we kept getting beat. We try to go back to our main philosophy, like you were saying, which is throw the ball, and our guards kept getting beat. This is why the intensity of this week practice has been looking how it's been looking because now they're trying to figure out okay who can replace this or what is it that we're doing wrong or like you guys everybody's complaining or everybody's talking about the game need to be changed, this needs to be changed, that needs to be changed. They had to have that same conversation as well, and even Bucky said it is that the problem with Prime, and he said even he has that problem because he got it from his dad, is that he takes a while, even though he's been seeing the problem, he takes a while to address it. Um, Sometimes he wait till it really gets to him, it eats him up before he address it. I guess that's just his
So,
personality or something. So he
okay.
had to go tell his father, "Hey, we are all seeing the problem. You got to get out of that personality and address it." And I think that's what happened this week. Now, if we continue to see it, then I don't know what to say. Me personally, at that point, it's a pattern, is a behavior thing, and I'm checking out because it's like we can't keep doing this.
All right. So I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with pass always, but I don't think we should have this back and forth like it ain't really like that. Now, if it's like that, what I'm looking to see is okay, do you think when you're pass always, right, or pass 95% of the time, you're just going to line up and you're that good to beat them? Or do you feel it's necessary, even if you're majority pass, to try to be creative in beating them? Because I feel like a lot of times, if we're going to be pass always, we're not even trying to disguise it. We're just going to line
I'm
up in
with
our
you, brother.
formation and
I'm
just
with you,
beat you.
man.
But
We're all with you on this panel, bro.
that's a different philosophy, right? So if you have an absolutely dominant team and you're playing everybody and your team is full of NFL talent, then you could just line up and blow people out, right?
Yeah.
But and so that's why I'm trying to peel back the layers, right? If we're going to be pass always, is the philosophy that we're so dominant in the pass game, we'll just line up and beat you? Or do you guys see any evolution in, okay, we're going to be pass heavy, but we'll at least try to fool them with the scheme?
Yeah. Okay. So,
Well, hold on. Let me answer this,
oh
Paulie.
yeah, let him answer. My bad.
Um, what I think it is we believe that at the skill position, we do have the players to be dominant and dominate in the passing game. We thought our O line was going to be good enough to allow us to throw the ball all over the field. But with these two games that we've had, we've quickly identified that that's not the case. So now we have to make some changes because I believe that our receivers, I think we have one of the best receiving cores in the country, definitely in the Big 12, to where we should be able to dominate by being like, okay, we're just going to pass on you guys and kill you. We got the best quarterback and we got some receivers that are good enough to win their one-on-ones. But since we don't have the time to throw the ball, the coaching staff has to be smart enough to be like, okay, we thought we were going to be able to do this, but now we have to go back to the drawing board and really figure out what we're going to do. We'll always be a pass first team, but we're not able to dominate like we expected to during the off season because our O line isn't as good as we need them to be. So now we have to implement different schemes, run plays, and things of that sort. So that's what I think it is. I think they truly thought that they were going to just be able to dominate the pass game, 5 wide all time. I think they thought they were going to be able to do that, but the O line is enabling it or disabling them from doing that.
I
Hey,
think you're
let me.
100% correct, brother.
Yeah. Hey, that was a great comment homeboy made before that spoke before you about what is their philosophy, because I think whatever that grading system they got, they need to throw that grading system in the trash, because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like they're misevaluating their players. You got the best players aren't even playing because of some grading system that you got. You got Hall of Fame running backs that couldn't pass block, but they still ran the ball.
Facts.
I mean, he's a
Facts.
freshman. He of course he ain't gonna be able to pick up every blitz right now, but if you use him to his strengths, it's not an issue. I mean, you trying to win football games. I hate analytics, man. When they start using analytics, it never works, man. That's not gonna win you football games.
I have a question for you guys, real
Exactly.
quick. Let's say Coach Prime correct everything that we talked about, right? Make all the adjustments, right? And we go out there. If they don't match force with force every time, because every team is coming at us with everything they got. They're playing their best at their best. So at what point do
Yep.
we get our players to come out and play their best, match force with force, so they can make all the adjustment all they want? If they can match force with force, we are back to square one.
I think you're not I don't think you're going to get into very many situations where both sides are equally matched. In most games on the Colorado schedule, they'll have the advantage in some areas and there'll be teams that have the advantage in others. So let's just stick on this point about we just have to accept, I think, at some point that we are a pass first team. All right. So I don't even think the realization needs to be, oh, are they going to scheme to run the ball? I think the first thing they have to do is scheme to just get the ball in the hands of your weapons in a different way. Every
Right.
play can't be 4 or 5 wide. If you want to do that,
Right.
especially I said, okay, maybe we might see some creativity here from Pat Sherman when he brought Draylon Miller in at running back. There's a lot of different things they could do offensively if they're going to be pass first that we're not seeing. Before we even jump to them
And,
trying to find a run game, just fix
yep.
the part that you are at least committed to. We don't care that you're going to be pass first, but just be creative, right? Get the ball to Wester in
Right.
a motion with a jet sweep. Get the ball to Horn with a wide receiver. Give me like 15 different options to choose from as an offense, not just four wide, five wide, and just run five hitches. If we're going to be pass first, let's
Yeah,
fix the pass.
Wildcat. They could do Wildcat. They
Okay.
got enough weapons to put Wildcat packages in.
No, so I agree with what you guys are saying, but at the same time, you got to understand too. There's nothing wrong with the full wide, the 5 wide. 5 wide is also another way of preventing more linebackers and linemen in the box. Right? If you spread out, if you go out 5 wide, people have to spread out with you. Right? So that's a way also of helping the line, the old line, because you don't have to.
But you're
You
not
don't.
you're not helping the O line if you're running deep routes, bro. They ran no crossing
Okay,
routes, no quick slants. They wasn't running no short routes, man.
okay. Now, if you're talking about deep routes, that's a whole different conversation than just spreading out 5 wide. I was simply just talking about spreading out
No,
five
but
wide.
that's what they was doing. If you watch that Nebraska game, all their routes was deep comebacks, deep out. Like there was no quick slants, there was no drag routes, there was nothing to help Shedeur get rid of the ball quick. The running backs flaring out the backfield, I didn't see none of those routes.
Okay, well, I would respectfully disagree with you with that. In fact, the pick that Shedeur threw was a quick pass, was a quick
That
route.
was no, it wasn't.
Yes,
That
it
was a
was. It
deep
was a
No,
comeback.
hitch.
no, the long
No,
pass,
it
brother.
wasn't. It was a deep comeback route, bro.
No, it was a hitch because him.
It was like a 10-yard hitch. It wasn't no quick slant.
It wasn't a 10 yard hitch. The dude
Yes, it
intercepted
was.
the ball.
Go look at it again. Go look at that route again.
He intercepted the ball on the fifth on the 5 yard line. How was that a 10 yard hitch? If he
No, he didn't,
intercepted the ball,
bro. That's not
I
a
went
quick
to go
route.
watch it. That's what I'm telling you.
No, but look at the route. That's not a quick route. Look how the run, and that was a poor route by Draylon. He was jogging. He didn't sprint the cornerback think he running a deep route before he can't, stop to do a hitch.
It was a poor route by
He
Draylon, and it
just
was a bad
jogged.
decision. It was a bad decision by Shedeur. He should have went to his.
But that's not a quick route, bro. That's not a
It
route you
was
run on the
because
one
all of
yard line.
them did it. All of them did a hitch.
No,
Travis Hunter was on Draylon's side. He got
but
covered. Draylon was being iffy with his route, right? And the dude just sat on it because the cornerback, he did not move from his spot. He wasn't 10 yards deep. He did not move from his spot. He just sat on the route. He was like 5 yards. He sat on the route and then
it's
he
understandable.
dropped on it. It was supposed to be a quick hitch. Draylon was supposed to turn around. All of them were supposed to do quick hitches into the spaces and turn around right away. But Travis Hunter got covered. Draylon ran his route like iffy because he was on the far end. I don't think he thought he was going to get the ball. And then Shepard did the same thing up there, and LeJohntay did the same thing to his side. He honestly should have just turned to those two because they were open on their routes.
But we can't
That,
go back and fix Nebraska, right? Like,
that's not
ba-
a good route, bro.
basically what I'm saying is, I think the sooner we get a better understanding, and the only way we could do that is on Saturdays, right? So one of the things that's interesting about this team is that we get to see them practice, and you don't see any other teams practice. So you have hopes because you're watching clips, but really all we can go off is game film. So everybody wants them to run the ball, but really what I would actually like to see if they come out passing the ball differently this game is just more quick game and more creativity. If we
I
can at
agree with
least
you.
get that, that will represent a first recognition that the philosophy that you started the season with, which is y'all are the new, you know, air raid offense. Y'all going to line up in four wide. Nobody's going to be able to guard your wide receivers, and Shedeur is just going to sit back there and throw 400 yards every game. That's the first realization I think we need to have as an offense, and just say, hey, if we're going to pass the ball, we need to be more creative. That's the first change I'd like to see in this game.
I 100% agree with you. Well, anybody else want to say something? I don't want to just be the only one talking. But as far as what you said, I 100% agree with you. And I think, honestly, I just want Pat Shermer to go back to his Minnesota roots. And I think that's what he's kind of doing based on the videos from practice that I've seen, where now they're doing more motion, and they're also doing more moving their alignments. I even saw them do like a pulling with Jordan Seaton in the practice videos. So I think now they're trying to move more to that aspect where it's like, okay, let's move our linemen, let's move our O line, let's move people around, let's at least disguise what we're doing. And also they went into pistol at the end of the Nebraska game, which they never did in NDSU game. So I think they're gonna implement that as well, the pistol formation when they try to run the ball.
It don't matter, bro. They running right up the middle. They don't run no toss plays, no outside zones. Everything is up the middle. It's easy to defend that.
Facts. Yeah, like I'm with you. Like if we don't see any difference in the CSU game, honestly, okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm with you guys. I am with everybody with seeing a difference in the CSU game. But if you look at the CSU team, we technically don't have to do anything different to beat that game. But I want them to do something different just so we can see like, okay, there's a change going on. Like we can literally
Yeah,
line up and shred them apart without doing anything different. But I want to see a difference.
yeah, but I feel like it's like the when it works, it's why you love this football team. When that offense is click, it's just okay. So you can look at this a couple ways. Like, well, maybe they don't need to change anything because when it works, it's amazing, right? You can score 45 points with Shedeur. He could throw for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns when it works, right? So I think there's also a consideration to make that they need to strike a balance. Yeah, I want to see them come out in four wide sometimes and just burn people, right? Because they got the talent to do it. But I think that variety between the two, because I don't want Colorado to lose their identity either. Yeah, I want them to win. But one of the things I love about watching Colorado football is that they can put up those numbers. What got me following this team was that TCU game. When Colorado all out passing attack is working, it's some of the best football you could watch. Now, what I think is makes this season even more interesting is that the defense is making progress quicker than the offense. If that defense catches up to that offense and is able to start sooner and starts to shut out opponents in the first half, and they can figure out some creative ways to either run the ball or get the passes in the quick game, this is going to be a team that the whole country is going to love to watch, right? Which is why Nebraska was so disappointing. I want to see them air it out because Colorado is a very exciting football team when their offense is clicking.
No, for sure. And that's promo mute real quick. You got a lot of feedback. Yeah, that's what the expectations were, and I think they still are. And I think that's why we continue to see them coming out in 4 or 5 wide because they still truly believe that bro, we're gonna pass, we're gonna score 37, 40 points a game, and that's how we're gonna win. And I honestly think they still can do that, but like you guys are all saying, the play calling has to be better. We have to have multiple options. We have to do several different things. Like there just has to be so much more to the offense as it relates to getting the ball in the hands of these talented, skillful position players that we have. So I think that that's what they're focusing on now. So if we're looking for the run, we might not get as much as we would expect. But as long as they get creative with the passing and we can move the ball, I'm okay with that.
But let me ask y'all a question, like y'all honest opinion. Are you guys comfortable and do you think Shermer is because if Travis Hunter made two spectacular touchdown catches, we could have easily been 0 2. Easy.
You said
You
what?
said
You
what? You was
You broke up a
Like
little
we
bit.
could easily be 0 2 if Travis Hunter didn't make them spectacular touchdown passes he caught. Like, are y'all comfortable with Shermer? Do you really think he got what it takes to lead this offense? Because I'm not seeing it, bro. I'm not seeing no type of creativity or anything.
Yeah, but you could say that about like a lot of other teams. Like, oh, if this wide receiver didn't catch this ball, they can beat. they could have lost.
No, I ain't
If
talking
this
about
running back
I'm not
didn't,
talking about dropping the balls. I'm talking about the creativity of the system. I'm not seeing any creativity in the run game, the pass game. It's like everything's the same.
no, but
No, but
you just
you
said
just
if
said
Travis
if Travis
Hunter
Hunter
had not
had not
made
made.
what's the echo? I think it might be coming from you, bro.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
that was
that was
third
third
down.
down.
That
That
catch he
catch he
made,
made.
Yeah, what he's saying is it shouldn't
both
have to
of them.
get to that. Like we should be creative enough to
Right.
where our red zone offense. I even said it after North Dakota. I was like, that was one of my big issues. Get off the field on third down, and then our red zone offense is terrible. We shouldn't have
Right.
to depend on a last minute bailout pass to Travis on third and goal. Like we got to be more creative. If you recall last year, let's go to the CSU game for example. Did y'all see how for all those overtime periods we were able to scheme? Mikey's wide open across. Like the
Yep.
play calling
Yep.
was
Yep.
crazy. Like people are
Yep.
wide open doing jumping jacks. Like our red zone offense this year, it it doesn't look good. It's throw it to Travis, hope he makes a play. So that's what he's saying. We got to get more creative with that. He's not necessarily saying like if he didn't catch it, we would have lost. What he's saying is we shouldn't have to be in that position where we're depending on Travis on third and goal. Now, sometimes, of course, Travis is a freak athlete. We want him to make a play, but the play calling got to be better down there for sure.
I mean, you got Omarion Miller and Shepard. They 6'4". I mean, throw the ball up. We do all them fade routes at practice, and we get in the red zone. We never see it. Travis Hunter, them one hand catches, fade routes. Never see it in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So all right. Let's talk about this run game though. So I mean, I think the point I was trying to make about that is okay, you're gonna pass the ball. We expect that. So be creative. But okay, so my question about the run game. Um, is it a lack of an ability to run the ball? This is again starting off with the philosophy. Is it that they are unable to run the ball, or is it that they're uncommitted to running the ball?
Uncommitted. I think they can run the ball. They're just not committed.
I
Hey
think
y'all, I
I
just
think they
came
can
back.
run the ball. It's just a
My
scheme.
something was wrong with my phone.
Yeah. Because think about it. Think about this, bro. The 1-11 team, they had more rushing yards than our team last year. They ran the ball. So you mean to tell me that line was better than the line we got right now?
Well, our center keep with our center and guard keep playing. It seems like
I don't think they're
Hank had 600 yards on that 1-11 team.
I don't think they're committed to the run. I think they abandoned the run too fast.
I don't either.
Someone made a good point I was listening to
Yep.
when I'm not sure who it was. They were talking about Colorado being they we think that we can just line up our receivers wide and just dominate the other side. I think that is the mentality. Yes, we have good players. I really
Yep.
think that is the mentality that I don't care who you put in front of us, we going to line up, we going to spread them wide, and we going to win that battle.
But if we can block anybody, how's that working out?
Right, I understand that, but I'm just saying, I think that is their mentality.
but
I
Yeah.
think they're being
So then,
stubborn.
mentality is not
I
wrong
mean, there's
though.
never
It's
been a nest.
the blocking is not matching the mentality that they have with the QB and the wide receivers. The QB and the wide receiver mentality is not wrong because even LSU had that same mentality when they had what's his name?
LSU had a thousand
Hold
yard rusher
on,
too.
but they still LSU was an area out
So did
team.
Washington last year. There's
LSU was
been
a,
no
no. She's talking about
national
the
championship
mentality,
team
brother.
that didn't run the ball. They had a high powered
Brother,
offense. They still ran the ball.
that's not what she's talking about. She's talking about the mentality. The mentality matched LSU mentality. And LSU mentality, when it went undefeated, was that we can line up our wide receivers and nobody in the nation can handle our wide receivers. That's why Joe Burrow almost threw for like 6,000 yards
So
because that's
now
how
And
they
he had a
felt.
1,000 yard rusher.
so now they realize that okay, we don't have the protection to be able to do that. So now they got to go back to the drawing board.
Yes.
Definitely.
But
But as far as having that mentality, it's not a wrong mentality because their wide receivers are the best in the Big 12.
so if we want to see more creativity in the pass game, uh, and we want to also demonstrate a commitment to the run, what is a commitment? Because they're not going to become a different team in 1 week. That's not how football works. They're not all of a sudden going to go from what we saw at NDSU and what we saw at Nebraska to a completely different team in one
Right.
week. They're going to make some adjustments, but you're
Right.
not going to turn around your entire playbook in 1 week. So let's talk about the run from week 2 to week 3. Not like 1,000-yard rusher, right? We're so far away from that. That's not even realistic. How do we get better in the run to go from what we put up, obviously less than 100? How do we go from, what we are rushing right now to like 150 yards rushing? What does that level of commitment to the run look like? Like, what should we be looking for as an adjustment?
Take away
25
the
carry per game.
RPOs. Take away the RPOs.
Yeah, I don't like the RPOs because Shadeur's not going to pull that ball and run it. So take it away.
Yeah, just call the play.
Call the play.
Just hand the ball off.
Stop
and let
running
it
the
run.
clock down to like the 1 second. Let the defense get set, and just run the ball. Get the plays in. Get everybody lined up, man up, and see who wants to push some big boys around. I say
think it has
25 to
every.
20 runs per game should do it. Commitment.
I don't. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't necessarily think it's the amount of carries. Obviously, we need way more carries, but it's the type of runs. Like all of our runs are dives, straight
Up
off
the
the
middle.
guards, but straight
Yeah.
up the middle. Like I think if we're trying to get to that 150 mark, we got to get them boys with speed on them outsides.
Yep.
We have to be creative. We need to run counters. We need pulling guards, pulling tackles. So I think it's more so getting creative in the running. I think creativity across the board, passing and running, is what we need. Everything is, like they say, quote unquote, vanilla. Like we got to add a little flavor to it. So more carries and being more creative. Like we can't just continue running straight up the middle. That's not going to do it.
Have we used any of the tight ends so far?
Yeah, they have. They were using tight ends throughout the Nebraska game, and they even threw it to one. But the thing, I'm with you. I can't see the name, but I think you have Cam
CSV.
CSV. I'm with you. I think what they really need to do is change up the blocking scheme for the O line. That's honestly, I feel like if they switch that, they can change up. They can pretty much kind of fix their flaws because the blocking scheme for the O line is simply, oh, this is your man, block him, and you got a hole. But the problem is like we're not even winning those battles where it's like you versus your man. Our center and our guard keeps getting beat on just you versus your man. So it makes it harder for you to try to double.
They got beat on the double team too. That didn't work.
Yeah. And like even when we try to go to double team and be like, okay, let's help the center, let's help the guard, they're still getting beat. So it's mainly to me, it's like let's switch up the blocking scheme for the O line, maybe replace a couple people, and then honestly, this thing will be fixed.
Do y'all think that everyone on the line needs to play their natural position?
I mean,
I mean,
they got to put them there.
No, but because didn't they make some
try it.
changes though?
Yeah, the right guard and the right tackle, they swapped positions. Benson was a
yeah,
tackle. He gave up 1 sack in the Big 12, and you're gonna move him to guard.
So with the Nebraska game, I kind of heard people saying that the right side was really weak during that game. Do y'all believe that?
Yeah, it
The
was
right side and the
Yep.
middle.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
So
center was getting
so
killed.
isn't that where they switched positions, the right side?
Yep.
But it was mainly
That's
the
what he did.
center and Benson though. Those two were really struggling because, like, I mean, sometimes Benson will hold his own, but like after a while, once you see the center get beat a lot, it's like somebody got to help him out, and
Yeah.
he
Hey, see,
was
you
mainly the
saw
reason why, to be honest.
But we all saw that, right? So why did he get the highest grade of the linemen?
The center.
That's why I say they. No, Benson. He got the highest grade for that Nebraska game. That's why I say their grading
What?
system suck, bro. I don't know what they're using. That yeah,
Oh hell no.
he had
Wait,
a
I'm
higher grade than
confused.
Tyler
He
Brown
got the
and the
highest grade
center.
from who? He got the highest grade from
Who-
who? From the team or
when
from PFF?
whatever when Prime the PFF when they coming out talking about them grades, what they grading, that's why I was confused. I'm like, how?
They're trolling,
No,
bro.
when
They're
they talk
trolling.
about the grading for the team, they're not talking about PFF, bro. They're talking about like they do their own like okay, they watch film. Like Prime was talking about it today. It's like after every practice, they go and watch the film, and then they grade people based on how they look in practice. He's not talking about PFF. PFF is a whole different thing. Like, bro, sometimes PFFs just be I don't even know, bro.
So Hayden is out this week, so we're not going to see Hayden. This is how I'm going to judge commitment to the run. It's going to be like you guys are saying, anywhere from 15 to 20 rushing attempts. I'm not even going to jump out the window and say they're going to do 25. I'm not doing that to myself. I think 15 to 20 rushing attempts, no matter how you get the ball in the hands of the runner, except for handing it off in an RPO and shotgun,
No shotgun.
right? Just just
Don't
give
do
me
that to
a
yourself, brother.
different look. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, squeeze everybody in and run the ball.
So I got
Just give me a different look.
so do you all think now I if you watch Stop, right? And Shedeur and how their handoffs go. To me, visually looking, to me, Staub has a cleaner handoff with the running backs than Shedeur does. To me, I think sometimes it looks like he's holding the ball too long, giving it to the running back. Just give it to them, give it to them, and let them go.
I mean, you could say that, but like if with the RPO, he's not just he's reading a lot of things sometimes in the RPO.
Oh, those are RPOs. Okay.
Yeah, that's why it looks like he's taking a while to get the ball because he's reading. He's either reading the edge, and then he might be reading the corner because sometimes he throw it out there as well. Like
Well, he does a
sometimes
lot of
he throw it out there.
RPOs then.
Yep,
Yeah, like
70%.
that they do. I don't know why. Like he's not a running quarterback, bro. Oh my god, man, that RPO stuff he pissed me off. He's not
Dang,
Lamar
he does
Jackson.
a lot then. If that's the case, that's a lot.
It is.
He's not a. Oh man, bro. They act like
Man,
he's Lamar Jackson, bro. I'm Mike Vick out there, bro. Hand the
Yeah,
ball.
because
man, all I know
that
is
go ahead, bro.
we better dominate Colorado State on Saturday. For last year, we got revenge and we got pride on the line. We cannot let Coach Norvell get a victory lap in Colorado because my channel is all Colorado all day, every day, and I'm getting cooked right now. I'm literally getting cooked because I make a
Hey,
lot of predictions
Hey,
like
fight back,
beforehand.
man. Fight back. Don't get cooked, man. Fight back.
do you think
I'm
that's
fighting back, bro.
why?
They keep on coming, man. They keep on coming out of nowhere. Cause I talk a lot of smack before the games. I do a lot of AI tracks, and I go in on the other team. I talk big trash predictions, and it all backfired on Saturday.
Do you think that's why Omarion? They said he took down his page, took stuff off of his page.
Yep.
No, the thing is with Omarion, I don't know what's with Omarion, but you know it's Colorado. Like whenever a player do something, it's big news. Like he was literally with the team practicing today.
But
I don't know
here's
what's going on with Omarion.
here's the nice
Last time Dylan did that, he was on.
so last year I think the opposite was the concern, right? So the fact that we're so focused on the offense means that at least second half play by the defense has improved.
Yep.
And by the end of this season, the story of Colorado may not be our offense, but it may be our defensive improvements and adjustments over time, right? Because that Nebraska game could have got real ugly. based on how the offense was playing if the defense threw their hands up and just gave up as well.
I have a
Fact-
question for you guys,
Facts.
real quick. What do you guys think of our kicker or special teams? Because every time he kicked the ball, he kicked it really low, and he had a chance of getting blocked. So
My no.
go ahead,
Mata needs to. He needs
go,
to get in
go.
shape. He needs to get in shape.
He needs to go, in my opinion. Because
Let
if
him.
the game is
Let
on
him.
the line and need that field goal, it's gonna get blocked.
It was
We're not gonna win that game.
ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. Had no height on the ball. I'm like, what is going on?
That's not why it got blocked though. Most of the time, if your field goal getting blocked, is somebody missed their block.
Hey, but get up
But it was
higher.
so low. It was so low though.
Yeah, he does kick with a low trajectory, and he needs to work on that. And honestly, the thing is, like, we have other kickers on the team. I was actually pissed about that 60-yarder that we did, and they brought
Mhm.
Feely in. I'm like, why are you bringing Feely in to kick a 60-yarder? This man can barely kick a 40-yarder correctly. And we
I
have a
know.
guy, we
That
literally
young
have
guy.
yeah, we have a guy that literally practices, all he does is practice 60 yards, and he makes it in his sleep. Why don't you bring that guy in? Muscle Milk guy. I don't know his name. But,
Skinny guy.
but Muscle guy.
That's a good
Bring that
point
guy in.
though. That's a good point. That makes me think, what is Coach Prime thinking? Just like, okay, when they started out that game, okay, they brought in that freshman receiver. What is his name? At the beginning of the game?
Draylon Miller.
Draylon
Okay.
Miller.
Why
Miller.
not bring in Micah to run the ball? I just don't understand.
Because okay, so here's the thing, right? And Coach Prime talked about it today, and I kind of understand. It made me kind of understand a little bit what's going on. So this year, they've been implementing the headset, right, where it's like it can go down to like the 15 seconds. So what a lot of teams, or what he said, like, I guess this is what Nebraska was doing. Nebraska will wait because you get 15 seconds to talk. So you can either start at the 15-second mark left on the play clock, or you could talk like, at the 25 seconds, and then it takes off 15, and then it cuts off. So a lot of defenses, what they've been doing is wait till the 15-second mark. They will come in a basic formation, right? And then based on what they see the offenses line up in, they switch their defense. So now, within that 15 seconds, your QB have to try to adjust to what he's seeing. And most of the time, that's not enough time to get everybody set up to run their play. So that's what Nebraska was doing. This is why a lot of people be talking about, oh, they're checking out the play. This also comes into why he has to sometimes check out the play, because Nebraska will come out in their basic formation, and then when they see the offensive lineup, they switch their defense within that 15 seconds. So now you have to switch to match what you're seeing. And depending on how skillful your quarterback is, or how skillful your offensive, you can have a problem with that.
Yeah, so I'm about to jump real quick. Let me give my prediction for this game. I think CU wins 24-14. I
Damn
think,
close.
yeah, we do a better job of controlling the football this game, not because we need to blow CSU out per se, but we need to demonstrate that we understand how to put together long drives. You're not going to be in the Big 12 hitting home runs every day. You need to be able to get first downs, right? Run the ball on first down, move the ball. Run the ball on second down, move the ball. Now you have the defense in a dilemma against a passing team. Will they pass? Will they run? Give me something different than you gave me in that Nebraska game. But most importantly, I'm not going to be impressed if all of a sudden that high power offense starts working again, because that thing has not shown itself to be something that we could rely on week in and week out. And when we play better defenses, and maybe even in some cases better coaches that can scheme against us, we might see another in Nebraska. So what I'm really looking for from this game is more creativity in the pass, a commitment to the run, 15 20 rushes in this game, and more creative ways of getting the ball to the back. I'm Skull Buffs all day. We need to make some changes. Is game number 3 But if you don't change, nothing changes. So I appreciate the time, y'all. I got to jump.
All right, man. Peace out.
All
Have a good
right.
one.
Well, I'm gonna go next real quick. My prediction is I'm not gonna make a prediction. I'm just gonna watch the game and hope for the best. That's my
Well, my
prediction.
Damn, we got to that point.
damn, my prediction
No,
is
because
it's gonna be
every time
40.
every time I make a prediction, I get all in and I just I don't know. So that I'm just gonna watch the game.
My prediction is 45-0. We come out strong. We punch them in the face. We show them who's boss. We kill their will. Show them that who's their daddy. We run Colorado, and Coach Prime is back. And we go on to next week, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm not giving a prediction.
Come on, man. Go
But
big and go home, man. Come on,
in
America. Come on.
my opinion, even on our worst days, we can beat the CSU team based on the two performances we've seen so far. Right? If our center and our guard keeps getting beat, we can still beat the CSU team. That's how I have no confidence in the CSU team at all.
I don't know, man. They said they want revenge. They said they want payback for what happened last year. They're gonna be more physical. They're evident on tape talking smack. So you know they're gonna come out and play because we are their Super Bowl. So are we gonna be
Yeah, but
ready?
they would have to try to run. Honestly, the best they have, the CSU, is their running game. I won't lie, their running backs are pretty good.
Do you remember
But
last year games?
yeah, I remember. No, I'm talking about like this year, like
I
based
know,
on
but
the
I'm saying this year, those quick slants across the field, those
yeah,
crossing routes. Can we stop those?
yeah, we can stop those because I've seen us stop it, stop it in the last two games we played. But honestly, do you know what's so crazy? I have more faith in our defense this year than I got in our offense so far, man. I have more faith in our defense to stop stuff than I do with our offense to.
Yeah, but remember, we're not a first quarter team or first half team. So if they come out and get a good lead, it might be
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
Because if we don't know, we've been talking all night. We don't know if Coach Prime or Pat Schumer is going to make any adjustments at all. We have no idea what the hell's going to happen. So if we
Yeah.
come out predictable, then yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach Norvell and them boys are going to be like, all right, they come out with the same shit again. That's just yeah, shut them
That's the
down.
crazy thing. The only person or the only people we can trust right now from the last two games is the defensive staff. Those are the only people we can trust right now. And
Damn,
that's
this
what's
is
crazy
sad.
to say, bro.
And that's
Compared to
who
last year.
and that's who I was worried about coming into this season, the defense.
Exactly.
Damn.
Oh my God, Pat Shermer, bro. Go back. Honestly, all he needs to do, go in your closet somewhere where you hid all your Minnesota scheme, because I know they wrote it down. Go in that closet, grab that book, and just call those plays and run those plays, because those plays had motion. They had tight end going to tight end moving across. They had so many things, bro. I still remember the Minnesota Miracle, and that was Pat Shermer calling that play.
You know
Yeah.
what? In the beginning of the season, when before the season started, when Pat Shermer was doing his interviews, I was really excited. He was really excited of the opportunity to call plays for this team. He was just so excited. You can tell. I don't know, I'm not gonna leave it alone, y'all.
Say,
I think that Coach Prime has a hand on that.
mm,
You might be right, but sometimes too, we gotta understand like um some of these high level coaches, they overthink stuff. Sometimes they're thinking like 5 to 6 steps ahead instead of just calling what is in front of you. Because I've heard like even if you go to like different schools like LSU and all these other top schools, people have talked about stuff like that on the podcast or within the media, that some of these coaches are just overthinkers. Like instead of just calling this what is, we all can see this is what's gonna work, but they want to be like super intelligent for no reason. It's like, bro, call the simple stuff. Run the ball, motion a guy, go back to the basic philosophies of offenses instead of trying to be we're high power, so I don't need to do anything.
It's almost like they're auditioning for the NFL, right?
Exactly.
I
How about you?
literally made it.
How about you play out this season before you worry about what the NFL is gonna do? Like, play out this season. Let me win. Let's win our CSU game, please. Let's win our weekly game. Practice for this week. I don't
I
care about
Yeah.
literally
the
made a
NFL.
video today. Said Pat Schumer need to channel his inner Lincoln Riley. We need to be innovative. We need to be unpredictable. Lincoln Riley may not know defense, but the man's know offense. So that's what Pat Schumer needs to do. Watch USC tape, imitate Lincoln Riley.
And my thing
Come
is, when
out.
he worked with Andy Reid, you mean to tell me
No,
you didn't learn nothing from Andy Reid?
apparently not, bro.
Like,
We're
you
3 games
see him
in.
every week. This man come up with some random, like, bro, like simple motioning where it's like, okay, they line up 3 wide receivers on one side. All you do is motion one guy to the outside of the other wide receivers. That's a motion. Like, if you watch Miami, you know what they do? They will motion 2 tight ends together and then motion one back. All that stuff is just like people call it salad dressing. Sometimes you just got to do the nonsense salad dressing to run your plays. It confuses the defenses. You could be running the same basic running scheme, but if you salad dress it enough, somebody will get confused. But they're trying to overthink this stuff. It's not, man.
Yo,
Nah,
yo,
bro.
yo.
I need to go to the gym. I'll talk to y'all later.
Hey, it's the chef, man. I'm tapping in. Big Tiger had to go to work.
All right, bye, y'all.
Yeah, so we appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll be back on tomorrow.
All right, for sure.
All right,
All
y'all
right,
have a
man.
good one,
That's
man.
fair.
Thank
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Appreciate it. All right, everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all, man, tapping in with us. We'll be back on tomorrow. I think Coach Hayes over there cooking right now, man. So y'all slide over there, check him out. But we appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll see y'all tomorrow.